And one, I already hit the button.
Oh, nice.
What's up,
Welcome back to Hentai Heathens.
you sexy savages? Oh boy, man, I sure. Oh, the only reason I want to get sponsored and get big is so I have a fucking audio dude do this shit for me. It's like even if I don't touch anything, mess with anything, every fucking time I gotta we have problems getting the freaking softwares working and connected, and
Yeah, it sucks.
if I could
For
just
him.
get, yeah,
For
for
him.
me.
It sucks for him because,
You just sit here on your fucking phone looking at shit while I
yeah.
do all the fucking labor.
Yeah, mostly boobs, but yeah.
That's what I said. If I could just get a sponsor, it'd literally be just someone to run a fucking the audio booth and everything. You sit over there in the corner of the fucking room, touching the buttons and tell me if I'm good or not. I'm sick of having to do it all myself. Just what gets me the most is, like I said, I don't even touch anything. I leave all the settings the same. I make sure all settings are saved and good. And then every fucking time, something's not connecting and working. And I don't even touch the shit. I touch the power button. That's it.
Yeah, no, but it's like I said, we're constantly moving shit around. I get it. It's not like adjusting the volume and shit, but we're moving shit around often, swinging the shit back and forth. Maybe that fucks with the program somehow. I don't know.
I don't know how that would affect the fact
I
if I
don't
could
know.
hear it recording back to us. I got the mics working, no problem. It was the freaking backplay that wasn't, I couldn't hear, so I couldn't test anything.
Well, finally update that shit, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Got it going though, so we're good.
It's right there. I'm dying. I need an update. And you're like, no.
I mean, I don't know how many people. I mean, Audacity used to be really big back in the day, and it's still a really good recording software for being free and everything. Um, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to do some more research on maybe some newer, more updated recording software to see if that would help. But at the same time, I am cheap and I like free, so
Yeah, cheap and free is good. It's
yeah.
nice.
Just like how every episode I ever give to people, it's all free for you guys to listen to. You're
Yep.
welcome.
Free for you to listen to and enjoy. So,
And yet
why?
they probably most like majority of people are paying YouTube for YouTube Premium, but
Oh,
I'm not getting
shit.
shit in return.
That's right.
I'm not popular enough yet, even
Fuck you,
though
YouTube. We need our money.
except the 301 subscribers on Mad Minds. Thank you all, love you.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
I wonder how many people actually listen to the full episode though. Like, I mean, we're getting like day one, we're getting quite a few listens just on the first day. I am curious though, like, because it won't tell me if they're finishing it. Consider we do go for like an hour to 2 hours. Like last episode with Robo was 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how many people actually finish the episode. But either or, I don't really give a shit. I have fun doing this, and I just hope y'all enjoy listening.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah, I do.
But I do enjoy just sitting here while you frustrate. While you're right there, frustrated, gritting your teeth, getting your angry eyes on.
Maybe you should just start doing a fucking like you just sit here recording me doing
Yeah.
the shit.
That'd be
Just do audio recording on your phone of my fucking growls and cussing at the computer the whole time.
It's great because I'm just right here scrolling on TikTok and Facebook, and he's right there. Motherfucker, why isn't this working?
Fucking what the fuck?
Oh man, it's funny.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell why it hates me so much, but it fucking hates me.
Hey.
But hey, I got this nice cup of coffee at 6 p.m. Real men do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shut up! You're not drinking coffee. You're over there drinking coffee with creamer and sugar and all the bitch shit.
Creamer.
Bailey's is creamer, motherfucker.
Hardly.
It's still no. It is. It's called Irish cream. It is a creamer.
You're right. Let me go get the hard stuff.
Yeah, I'm over here with my fucking straight black coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
He likes it like he likes his dick. Large and black.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say I like my coffee like I like my slaves.
Free.
Free, you motherfuckers. I know what y'all are thinking. It's free. I like free coffee.
Oh, man.
I got my buddy freaking big Frank at work with that dude, and he like I said he's 7 foot tall, big motherfucker. And I freaking told him that, and I paused. Dude, he looked at me like he was about to snap my neck. He's like, what the hell did you say, little man? And I'm like, free. And that motherfucker, like, blushed and rolled over laughing. Like, I caught him so off guard with it. It was great.
Yeah, I could just imagine. Because I've seen a picture of you and him standing next to each other. You're like 6'2"?
6'3". I'm not short. I'm tall.
You're 6'3", and this motherfucker literally has an elbow on his head, like 90-degree elbow, just like, hey, little man.
Yeah, it's very, very few people I actually have to look up at, and damn, dude, makes me feel like a kid again. Like, look at my dad. Remember back when your dad was a giant to you?
Yeah,
that's how it feels looking up to this man. It's like, part of me always wants to like ask him for a piggyback ride.
You're right there, uppies.
Pretty much, man. He's the kindest dude though, so kind. But yeah, I mean we didn't come in with a set goal like we did on last episode, which back to the fucking rabbit holes like we do, which is how I like to do things.
Yeah.
The only thing we said that we like, well, what's one thing that we know we want to talk about, and that is music.
Yeah.
Because as everyone knows right now, because the internet gets blown up. I wonder if Spotify knew that this whole thing would become such a big deal. Where like,
I don't know, man, because I think they were just like,
hey, let's
let's make something really cool for our listeners and
make it a little personal for them and all that. And now it's a big fucking deal, man. Watch, pretty soon they're probably gonna start having like events at freaking concert halls or something for it. Like,
dude, that'd be pretty fucking cool, man. Oh, you remember how big our iHeartRadio got?
Oh, iHeartRadio was massive.
I would love it to get like that, where they're like hosting fucking like huge ass concerts and shit.
That'd be awesome. But if you haven't figured it out, you're more retarded than I am, and that's saying something. But we're gonna go through our Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
So I made sure to watch. I told him to do the same. To watch the video and screenshot everything, so we have to sit here and actually watch the whole videos this time.
Yep.
But I think the first thing I screenshotted was 2023 was a feast for your ears.
Yep.
Apparently, I listened to the lucky number. I need to go to casino, man. 111 genres.
Yeah, no. I stuck to basically the same genres the whole year. And
I mean,
my 2023 Fierce for my ears was 29 genres.
Oh, damn. You know what's funny, though, is I guarantee if you were just to count metal, like metal as a whole, if you count metal as a whole, I bet you I'd only have 12 genres. I guarantee 100 of those dramas is probably, or dramas is different types of metal. And I bet the other 11 is actually different genres.
Yeah, no, mine are actually like full-fledged different genres.
I mean, mine are too. Like I said, I get around.
Yeah.
I do. But I guarantee if you were to put all metal as a one genre thing, it'd be a lot smaller number. For sure. But then my top genres are delicious. I like how it made a little fucking cheeseburger.
Yep.
Got a little sandwich. On the top of my sandwich, looking kind of pretty large, alternative metal. What's top of your sandwich?
Rock.
Rock? All
yep,
right.
Just
all right.
rock.
So that's obviously the number one. I'm assuming the top of the sandwich is the number one genre.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, what's the middle, big middle of your sandwich?
So, my big green lettuce is rune folk.
The hell is that?
Like Kylong.
Folk music.
Kalandra. Yeah.
Did you say rune? Like ruin?
No, like rune folk.
Rune folk.
So like religious music.
Interesting.
And that's more towards like Nordic religious, not like Christian music. It's like Kylong, Kalandra, Kalasandra, I think that's her name. So, yeah, that kind of music.
Okay. Well, it looks like, what is this supposed to be? The cheese? I guess the cheese in my sandwich is rock. Or wait, no, I had to do my lettuce.
Yeah, you have to do your lettuce.
My lettuce was I'm probably saying this wrong. Melodic? Metalcore. Is that?
Melodic.
Melodic.
Or melody. Melody.
I don't know. Melody, it looks like
yeah, it's melodic metalcore.
Melodic metalcore. I listen to metal, folks.
Yeah.
Like, all this subgenre of metal confuses me. I know what metalcore means. I don't know what melodic metalcore is. I have no idea.
Well, like Lorna Shore would be.
It's metalcore.
That's melodic metalcore.
I mean, I thought Lorna Shore more of deathcore. Truthfully, metalcore is more the half and half shit. That's metalcore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, when I think Lorna Shore, I think deathcore, not melodic.
So think.
Well, I mean, I get metalcore, so I guess I would assume that would be the Immunity Affliction, We Came as Romans.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense on that.
Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah, I do love all them. Well, and then I already told you my cheese was rock. So what was your cheese?
My cheese was indie.
Indie, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, if we had like a thing like this for video games, I guarantee my major thing would be indie.
Yeah.
You know me and indie video games, but not much of indie music.
Well, I've been getting a lot of my music from indie video games.
Oh, really?
So, like, another example, Life is Strange. I've been getting a lot of music from there. I've been getting a lot of music from old Retroid games that I've been playing on Muffins. Little handheld.
I get that, but at the same time, like, I don't know. It's weird that they gave you indie for that one, because last year, one of my top genres was it was under soundtrack. And that wasn't for movies and all that. That's because I listen to the hell out of video game soundtracks because it's great for reading.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of my most played soundtracks last year was Risk of Rain 2 and Subnautica. But it didn't list it as indie. And those are both extreme indie games. But Spotify counted it as soundtrack, not indie. So that's why I'm wondering.
Well, I'm actually getting, like, not soundtracks. So the music that they use on, like, Life is Strange and the games that I've been playing are licensed music.
Oh, it's not actually licensed to the game itself.
No, it's not licensed to the game itself.
So it isn't. It's independent.
But, it's independent.
Indie music.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, mine are the legit video game soundtracks. So, I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be below the cheese. The little orangish one.
I'm pretty sure tomato.
Tomato?
Yeah. Or maybe the meat. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Either way, mine was metalcore. See, there we go. Now I know what metalcore is.
Yeah. And mine is alternative metal.
Hey, that's my very top.
Yeah.
All right, and then bottom.
Oh man.
What you got?
You're not gonna like it, but my bottom's rap.
You disgust me.
Dude, I've been on a really big rap kick lately, man.
Oh, you disgust me.
And then
at least tell me it's the freaking real gangster OG rap. And
yeah, Wu-Tang, Afro Man.
Oh, okay. You pass. That's fine.
There's newer gangster rap that's pretty good.
Okay, as long as it ain't that fucking mumble shit.
It is.
I'll slap you.
It is.
You bitch.
You want to listen to a song?
No, I don't want to listen to a fucking song. All right, I can understand freaking pig squeals and death growls. I have no idea what the hell these fucking mumble rappers are saying.
Well, that's why you have to practice and learn to.
Screw you. Don't use my own lines against me. Fuck you for using my own line against me.
You can learn the language.
I am the judge, jury, and executioner.
Shit.
God damn, I cannot get loud. I just saw how high those sound waves are. I apologize to your guys' ears because that was really loud. Well, my bottom one, drum roll. What could it possibly be?
More metal.
Deathcore.
Oh, nice. Deathcore. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty basic.
Yep.
Yeah, every one of mine. I got a little bit of rock in the middle, alternative metal, melodic metalcore, rock, metalcore, deathcore.
Yep. Mine's all over the place, as you heard.
Yeah.
Rock, roomfolk, indie, alternative metal, and rap.
Let's see. Okay, and then the next thing on the whole Spotify Wrapped video was people, basically a state where people listen like you do.
Yep.
So what was yours?
Mine was Albuquerque, United States, and it's because I listened to Spirit Box, Suicide Boys, and Ginger.
See, I really want to know if it picked this, because you'll find this funny when we get over to top songs and stuff. Okay, it'll all make sense to you.
Okay.
So mine says Pittsburgh, USA.
Really?
And it says people there are far more likely to be fans of Wage War, We Came as Romans, and The Immunity Affliction. Pittsburgh, USA. I don't know. I've never been there. I mean, it makes sense. The state's known for making
Yeah.
steel and metal. You know, maybe because the
Well,
state,
a lot
the
of
Steelers.
metalcore bands come from Pittsburgh.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But
At least I think.
let's see. The next thing was how many songs you played in 2023. Or at least that's what I got. I went in line of the videos.
Yeah, mine was Albuquerque.
Oh yeah, Albuquerque.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
wild.
You said that first. You went before me.
Oh yeah, I did.
But then it
Oh,
tells me. So the next little video. Do you have the same one right here?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Says I played 5,905 songs in 2023.
Yeah, I played 1,412 songs.
Wookie mistake. Wookie.
Wookie, motherfucker.
I'm a
Nah,
music
dude.
fanatic, bro. Like I said, I get down on music.
I've been on audiobooks this year, honestly.
We'll get into that. I've actually
Yeah, we'll get into it
I've been listening to
right
the
now.
one too, an audiobook I've been listening to, or so I'll tell y'all some of my favorite ones. All right, here we go. Big reveal. Your top song.
Oh man.
Okay, you ready for everything to make sense?
Yep.
So my top song of 2023 was "Pittsburgh" by the Humidity Affliction.
Well, shit, that makes sense. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
See, this one all makes sense. It says I played it 92 times this year, starting on January 10th, and it still sounds perfect. Damn right it does. I fucking
Yeah.
love that song.
My top song is something in Russian. I can't fucking pronounce it. By Ooze.
Make an attempt at least. Come on. Embarrass
It's the
yourself.
Russian alphabet. I have no clue.
Let me
It's
see,
literally
let me see.
like
Let me see. I'll try. I'll fucking try. I can't even read English.
Krakone. I don't know.
Let me
That's
see
wild.
what the fuck this is. Holy shit! I see what you mean. I have no idea what those scribbles mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
They literally, that's what it looks like. Scribbles.
Yeah, it's a C. I know the C, followed by, like, it looks like a J combined with an H in a way, then a regular A. A really fucked up capital A scribbled all over. Koe.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue what that is. How many times did you listen to said song?
I listened to it 85 times this year from January 14th.
Okay, you had 4 days past me, but yeah, you only listened to it 10 times less than me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Not as much as what was it? I think it was 22. I listened to the song "Chip" by the Real Mackenzies. It said
Yep.
over 100 times. It didn't even give me the full number.
Yeah, no.
Still love that song.
Last year I was on a really big Spotify kick, so my top listened to song was over 100 as well.
Yep. Which was?
Oh, dude, I don't remember.
You don't remember the song?
No.
Damn, I bet
It
you
was
right
something
now,
by Ivor, I'm pretty sure.
if I go through my 2023 Wrapped list now, I bet you Chip is still on that list somewhere. It's not number one this year, but I guarantee Chip's still on there. All right, so then obviously we get the top 5 songs of the year.
Yep.
What you got?
So I got the same one
Yep.
by Ooze, a different one that HO4B.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Is
what
that
it looks
also
like.
by the Ooze?
Yeah,
Okay.
by Ooze. And then I can't pronounce that either. Aska, I'm pretty sure. By Hylung.
Was all your shit in Russian?
No, this is by Hylung.
Oh, Hylung. Okay.
So-
Nordic German.
Yep.
I do love Hylung.
And then my number 4, A Prophecy by Asking Alexandria.
Oh,
Fucking
a classic.
classic,
A fucking
man, I love
classic.
it.
Classic.
And my number 5, Pisces by Ginger,
Ginger's good.
which is really surprising to me, honestly.
You know, personally, I'm surprised that I don't have a Hylung song on my top 5.
Really?
Because, I listen to a shit ton of Hylung as well.
Yep.
There's a bunch of Hylung songs on the entire playlist. I found a bunch of them, but apparently none of them made it to my top 5, which is weird because I listen to them almost every morning going to work. You know what it is, though, is I don't listen to just one Hylung song. It's like I literally go to, this is Hylung playlist that Spotify made, and I hit play on that every morning.
Yeah.
So it's probably because I'm not listening just to a single
Yeah,
Hylung
you're not
song.
listening to a single song. It's several.
Yeah.
I listen to this song probably as much as I listen to my top one.
Damn.
So,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
obviously the Pittsburgh by the Humidity Affliction. Fucking, I literally had my buddy told me about them a few years ago, and I checked them out. They had like, okay, they're pretty good. Some reason this year I decided to like jump back into them, and jump I did. I couldn't get enough of them this year. Number 2, which is no surprise, they've been one of my favorite bands for a long time. Dark Bloom by We Came as Romans, and there's 2 Dark Blooms. There's the original We Came as Romans one they did.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 is the one they did with Brand of Sacrifice as well.
Oh,
they
nice.
had them do the song with them. That's the one I liked.
That's what's up. That's fucking cool.
Number 3, Unconquered by Miss May I. Number 4, another band that I really never gave a shot until I think about the end of last year, start of this year. I decided to finally check them out. The Deftones.
Yeah.
I've always heard about them. They never really interested me much. I kind of skipped the middle of metal, that early age shit, and I just jumped into the heavy shit right away.
Yeah, no, Deftones is...
So this year, I think I was scrolling through Spotify, and it was showing like, hey, check out these like metal essential albums from back in the day. And I was looking, I saw, the self-titled Korn album, self-titled Slipknot album, like all these albums. Like, I know every single one of these, and yes, they are bangers. And then I saw Deftones, Around the Fur. And I was like, well, shit, I do love every album they're suggesting right here, so let's give it a shot. And I fell in love. Keep in mind, I only know the one album. I checked out a couple of songs from, I think it was White Pony.
Yeah.
But I've been listening to this whole album all year, Around the Fur. Also why probably only one song's on here, because I listened to the whole album. But And then obviously making a comeback. This one made it to second place last year. It wasn't first place last year. The second place last year, 5th place this year. To the Hellfire, Lorna Shore.
Hell yeah.
I guarantee that song is gonna fucking blow the speakers of my new truck. That's one of them songs I have to crank that bitch all the way, and it goes so hard.
Yeah, man.
I don't think I'm ever. I might just have to get that tattooed on my arm at some point. I think that's
that would be really fucking cool.
3 years it's been in my top 5. Maybe. I know for sure it was number 2 last year. Might have been. Was it out in 22?
It was.
It was out in 21?
I think it was.
Huh. I'll have to go back and check my Wrapped 21 list and see if it's on there. But yeah. Actually, I'm really curious about that. So next, I'll let you talk while I go look at this real quick. So it's talking to how many minutes did you listen to Spotify? Man.
So again, I was on Audible more, but I listened to 19,735 minutes.
Week.
Hey, that's 13 days nonstop.
Week. Okay, hold up. Actually, I'm scrolling through my my 21 list. Hellfire might have dropped in 21. I might not have discovered it yet. It's not on my 21 list.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's okay. But I know damn well it was 22. All right, so my listening, you listened to 91,059 minutes.
Shit.
That's 63 days nonstop.
That's wild.
And that's not even my highest score ever. I'll have to go back and check my my old ones, but I think one year I literally had almost 200,000 or some shit.
Yep.
Like it was nuts.
All right, real quick.
What's up?
So, To the Hellfire released in 2021.
So it did release in 21.
Yep.
It just might not have made it across my radar yet, because again, I didn't know about Lorna Shore until they got the shout out from Corey Taylor.
Yeah.
Like that's how I found him.
Yeah. No, I found Lorna Shore while scrolling through TikTok. I came across Will Ramos's page, and they had just dropped the song, and I was like, this breakdown is fucking amazing. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
So I went down that whole rabbit hole of finding out who Will was, and then the band, and haven't looked back.
Oh, yeah, no. I love Will Ramos. He is amazing. All right. Let's see. It says you peaked on March 4th at 850 minutes. You were in the top 2% of listeners worldwide.
Weak.
Yeah. Really? Oh, you actually got me beat? This is the first thing you got me beat on.
Yep. I peaked on May 12th at 967 minutes.
Okay.
And I was in the top 19% of listeners worldwide.
I mean, I'm still in the higher percentage, though, than you. I'm in the 2%. You just beat me by, 100 minutes in 1 month, but 19 to my 2%? Oh, suck it. All right. Let's see. So we got the top artist of all of the year. What you got?
All right. So first off, I don't know if you got this one, but I listened to 767 artists this year.
Oh crap. Where does it say? Well, yeah, no, that I got that one on the very first page. It said I list. Oh no, that was genres.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I screenshotted how many artists I listened to. Well, ain't that a bummer?
Yep.
To be continued on that one, I guess.
And this has been my top artist for literally like 4 years in a row. Ivor.
Okay.
I'm in the top 0.5% of fans that spent 1,265 minutes listening to our music.
All right. I know these guys have been in my top five ever since I found them fucking back. Like, definitely become my probably second favorite band of all time. It's just Wage War. I am also in the 0.5% fans, and I spent 2,171 minutes with them.
Damn. Shit.
I love Wage War, dude. And then, okay, so here we go. Yeah, the full top artist page.
Yep.
Number 1, Wage War. Number 2, The Humidity Affliction. What was your number 2?
My number 2, O's.
O's?
Yep.
What was your number 1 again?
Ivor.
Ivor. Gotcha.
Yep.
And then number 2. Your number 3?
My number 3 was Spirit Box.
I've been giving them more of a shot. I've been getting more into them.
Courtney LaPont, by the way. Beautiful. Amazing voice, too. Holy shit.
My number 3 was, no surprise, We Came as Romans.
Yep.
Number 4, coming in with Miss May I. Another band that I knew like 2 songs from them. I thought they were really good. And most of this year, I think I spent going back to artists I feel like I kind of just scanned over and didn't really give enough attention to.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like this year I really went back and kind of checked out artists that I already knew about and listened to, but gave much more of a chance and obviously fell more in love with them. So what was your number 4?
My number 4 was Ice Peak.
Ice Peak, huh?
Yeah, Russian.
Of course.
Russian, alternative, and indie.
Okay. And then number 5, I'm actually surprised they're not higher. I surely am on mine. What's your number 5?
My number 5, Highland.
Heilung?
Yep.
I love Heilung. Man, kind of sucks we couldn't go to that concert, man.
Yeah.
But that was all the way in Chicago and the freaking money. It would have been tough, but someday we will.
There
catch
was
them.
actually one closer, and it was a last minute thing. They stopped in Salt Lake, and I didn't find out until they had already posted shit online about it.
That blows. Considering Salt Lake is literally the easiest drive for us. You get I-80, you go 7 hours, you're in Salt Lake, and we have free freaking stay there.
Yeah, so
all I got to do is call my brother, say to open up the basement. I'm staying the night with my buddy.
yeah, no, it sucked.
Fuck, that blows. Well, my number 5, which I said I'm actually surprised they're not higher on my list. Sleep Token. Another band I found this year, thanks to Corey Taylor and Will Ramos.
Yep.
And fell in love with them. But again, I think another reason why like they're not in my top 5 songs is because I haven't been just listening to the one song. I've been listening to Take Me Back, the whole album from start to finish every time. Like hell, I already own the vinyl of that album.
No, honestly, it's really rare to find an album that has good music front to back.
It is.
And Sleep Token is one of those bands that could put out a whole fucking album that's amazing front to back.
Well, and that's how I normally actually judge my bands. Is I am one who prefers, I listen to mostly albums.
Mm-hmm.
Wage War, for example, literally their first 3 albums I can listen to front to back all the way. Now, for you youngsters who don't know what front to back means, that originates from the fucking 8-track era.
Mm-hmm.
Not 8-track, actually, that would be cassette, where you would literally flip it. Well, no, it probably originated from vinyl. I know it mostly from the cassette era.
I know it from vinyl.
From vinyl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Or was vinyl? Did they call it more like A side, B side? Because that's technically what it's called on vinyl. I feel like front to back because it would actually reel, the tape.
I suppose, yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Either way, it comes from back in the day of a physical thing of listening to music on,
Yep.
not streaming. But I love bands that, like I said, that's how I mostly pick my bands and judge them is from full complete albums.
Real quick, tapes are A side, B side.
So is vinyl.
I don't know, man.
And I can
We'll have to
my
look it up right
vinyls
now.
are right here,
Oh, okay,
motherfucker.
there you go.
I will pull it out and you'll
Pull
see
it
it
out.
says A. Oh, you don't
Pull it
believe
out.
me? You don't believe me?
Pull it out. I believe you. I believe you, but pull it out.
Keep fucking chatting.
Motherfucker.
Here, let's grab. Okay.
Okay.
I grabbed a random one.
Yeah.
We got the Doom vinyl.
Doom vinyl.
Fucking love Doom vinyl. Let's see here. So if I pull this bitch out, you want to argue with me?
Oh, shit.
Okay, this might have been a bad example because this just has a pentagram on it.
Oh, there you go. That pentagram says front.
Nope. See right there. Right here. Dogma. See the A?
Nope.
There's the A right there. And then when you flip it over, original sound, there's the B. Here, take a look.
There you go. I believe you.
No, you don't believe me. You wouldn't have made me pull it out if you believed me. Do you not see the A?
Nope.
And then this side has the B.
Nope. Don't see it.
Take the fucking Bible then. I need to get a cleaner anyway for it. Trying to get too many fingerprints on it. See Dogma and then it has an A?
Yeah.
You even have your glasses on. How do you not fucking see it? Come on. Now if you flip it over and look, you will actually see the B. A side, B side.
Okay. There you go.
So I said, I'm sticking by my instinct. I think front to back started with fucking cassettes. Because technically this ain't, front to back. This is from outside to inside. I do love vinyls though. I've really been getting more and more into them. But yeah, no, full albums is a big deal for me. Because that's just back in the day of actually having to buy your music as well. You didn't want to just go out and buy an entire cassette, CD, no matter what version of music you were buying.
Just for one song. Yeah.
And truthfully, this is a theory I have. I believe piracy in itself during the whole massive fucking pirate era literally pushed bands to have to create better full albums.
Yep.
Because in their earlier times they'd put out the one great song, it'd be on the radio, people would go buy the CD, rest of the CD fucking sucked ass.
Yep.
But then when piracy started coming around and you could actually just download the whole motherfucker and then get a glimpse of, oh, well, I'm glad I didn't pay for this. It only has the one good song on it, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, I do believe that kind of made artists have to actually work harder and actually put out something that we are willing to buy fully. And streaming obviously has a big impact on that nowadays too, because we can literally easily just pull up the whole album and listen to it without having to purchase it. And you got to make sure, because bands have never really made music from CD sales or I guess streaming now, whatever it would be. That's not how bands make money.
Yeah, no.
You truly want to support the band, you go see them live.
And buy merch.
Buy
a lot of merch.
I pretty much every concert I ever go to, I spend more on merch than the ticket every time.
Yeah.
Oh, the one I went here in fucking just here in town, man, that was like a $30 ticket. I think I blew about $300 on merch.
Yeah, that's the way it is though. Merch is fucking expensive, but that's how you support the band.
Exactly. You buy records, you're supporting the record company, not the band technically.
Yep.
But still, you should buy records.
Yeah, buy records. Yeah. They're awesome.
So get this. Apparently, the term album is a dying thing too, because of streaming and everything now. So I was talking to this kid I got at work. Motherfucker's 19 years old. Gen Z as fuck. Fresh on the job site, never worked construction. Like I said, he is fucking, oh God, what's the saying? It was like that saying where there's still a baby. What is it? Still fucking blood on, I don't forget what the saying is. But this dude, I'm trying to talk to him about music and shit, about albums. And he's like, what's an album?
What's an
I'm like,
album?
You fucking with me? He's like, no, what's an album? It's like an album. I literally had to dumb it down. I'm like, a playlist, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so think of an album as a playlist. And I even tried to explain to him where the word playlist actually comes from. Playlist is not new to streaming and all this shit. Back in the day, you had, when someone would make basically an album, a collection of songs, it was in either two versions, an EP or an LP. Standing for, do you know what these stand for?
Nope.
You know the Slim Shady LP, right?
Yeah.
And all that?
Yeah.
Okay, what the LP and EP actually stand for, EP is an extended playlist. It's a shorter version. LP stands for long playlist. A full album most of the time.
Damn.
That's where the term playlist comes from. At least as far back as I know. I'm sure it extends further back than that, than my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But the original, EP and LP, that's what they stood for.
It's pretty cool.
And I literally, I was losing my fucking mind with this kid. Like, what's an album? Like, oh my fucking God. Yeah, it was annoying me. But all right, back to the Wrapped real quick. This was the last thing I had screenshotted. It said, the way you listened this year makes you a hero. Or maybe we should say anti-hero. And then it said, apparently I am a shapeshifter. The moment you're head over heels for an artist, the next you moved on. Some say it's erotic. We called a... What is that?
We call you a fucking slut.
A slut. Electric? It's not electric. Electric. I have no idea what the fuck. I don't know. Look at the very last word there. Electric? I'm dyslexic, I am, obviously. What the fuck is that word? Electric.
Eclectic. We call it eclectic. I don't know.
I have
That's
no idea what
fucking
that
wild.
is. I mean,
I've never seen that word before.
I am
honestly,
fucking dyslexic, but damn. We'll just put it simple. I'm sure that's got to be some kind of another word for whore.
Yep.
I jump around all the time. Blame my fucking ADHD. What do you want?
So, I actually have more than you do then.
Okay, what you got? Hit me.
So, apparently I'm a really good listener because I spent 1,860 minutes on podcasts this year.
Oh, yeah, I didn't listen to any fucking podcast this year.
Yeah, no.
I got my own. Why would I listen to another one?
Well, my podcasts are more storytelling podcasts. So we have Freaky Folklore. They just tell a story about a specific folklore or creature, monster, shit like that. And then they give a whole background on where it came from.
I mean, we can easily do episodes like that.
Yeah, we could do episodes like that, but...
We'll do a whole one on hentai.
My second one's Redwood Bureau. It's another story one where this agent escapes and is telling you different creatures that are made up in their little world. It's great.
Sounds like they're all podcast versions of Twilight Zone.
Pretty much.
Which, by the way, to this day, holds up to being one of the best shows ever. Twilight Zone was just way before its fucking time, man.
I've only seen the one episode you showed me.
Yeah, no, we gotta check out more of it, dude. Like, especially if you're into this stuff. Like, the Twilight Zone was so ahead of its time, man.
Yep. My third one was Impact Winter, which is a whole book that I had downloaded on Audible first. So
yeah, I know Spotify just started doing audiobooks, so I've been checking some of those out.
Mm-hmm.
Which I wish they did it sooner because I bought a lot of these books that are now on Spotify that I could listen to free. I already bought on Audible.
Yeah. And my number 4 is Tales. It's literally just a lady that goes through like the Grimm story books, old stories. So Grimm Tales, all the...
You mean that book right there on my shelf, literally titled Grimm Fairy Tales?
Pretty much. Pinocchio, all that shit.
Yeah,
so
I have them all.
It's beautiful.
I mean, my issue, I wouldn't be able to do that kind of thing. Again, if I must mention, dyslexic as fuck.
Yeah.
You all heard me take the attempt of trying to read Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven, out loud. It did not go well. I don't know, maybe I'll just make a little sub channel of that, of like dyslexic tries to read old books out loud.
That would be fucking hilarious, honestly.
I mean, but I do really enjoy those old ones. Did you see my collection up there? one of my newest ones is literally Irish folk tales and and fairy tales.
Yep.
Then I have the Nordic tales, freaking ancient heroes of Greece, all the old Edgar Allan Poe, H.P. Lovecraft. I love those old tales, man. They're great.
Yeah, me too, man. I don't go to Barnes and Nobles as often as I'd like, but every time
It's
I do
probably
go,
for
I
the
try to
better.
pick one up.
Probably for the better.
It's probably for the better.
Or then you'll end up looking like this right here. Which, by the way...
Or you could take me to the green store.
Oh, God. Fucking Wait, are we talking weed or grassroots?
Grassroots.
Oh, okay. I mean, they both sound pretty great, especially
Yep.
together.
Oh, man. I walked out only wanting to buy like 2 books. I walked out with the whole fucking box.
You literally had a box.
Yeah. That's
So
bad.
you think that's bad? All right, since we're on the topic of music and books right now, I'm going to rewind to the weekend before Thanksgiving. Me and Muffins took a trip to California to catch a concert, which was, I found a band that I absolutely fell in love with there. Never even heard of them. Called Nano War of Steel. They are fucking hilarious. Their performance was one of the best shows I've ever seen. Like, it was just so fun, so much crowd interaction. Couldn't help but laugh and headbang all at the same time. And I fell in love with them. I bought their fucking bag, their shirt, their freaking, like, 3 shirts from them. I went all out mostly on them. We talked about this, I think, like 2 podcasts ago. We were going for Dragon Force was the closer.
Mm-hmm.
Muffins went for... They even said their name there because we were pronouncing their name wrong. We were pronouncing their name off one of their songs. And I can't freaking say it right now. But Nano War of Steel, I absolutely fell in love with them. I thought they were fantastic. The next day of this weekend, Muffins and I, we're in California. We might as well look around. We look up a couple comic shops. We go to the first one that basically popped up, right? And in said comic shop, I walked out probably spending, and this is 3 different transactions. I talked myself out of the first, walked back into the store to make another transaction, and then couldn't walk out without the last one either, so said, fuck it. I literally ended up making 3 separate transactions, equaling to about probably over $600.
Oh, shit.
And if you take a peek at that top shelf, that's $500 sitting on that top shelf alone. That is Spawn Compendium 4, Spawn Compendium 5,
shit.
Invincible Compendium 1, Invincible Compendium 2, and Invincible Compendium 3. Now, those Invincible Compendiums are actually special edition hardcovers that only had a certain amount printed. That is the entire Invincible story all in one right there.
Holy shit.
So easily $500 just sitting on that shelf right there. And that's not counting that Deadpool comic box I bought down there on the bottom shelf.
And here's his address.
Along with quite a bit of other shit. But the major purchase was, like I said, I bought the first, and at first I wasn't going to buy Invincible, just bought the Spawn Compendiums, called it good. Decided, fuck it, I haven't been out in a while, I'm going to go buy the Invincible fucking compendium. After buying the freaking, I grabbed the first one, went to buy it, said, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to buy
You probably could have got a deal if you bought them all together.
I'm going to buy the second one. And then the dude's like, well, you do know there's a special edition, and if you buy the third one, that's technically the entire Invincible story. It's over. It's done. Like, well, fuck, now I gotta buy the third one. And each of those alone was over $100.
Yeah, I bet. Oh,
So,
fucking
like
bet.
I said, that's $500 just on the one shelf. And that's not counting the half-price bookstore that we went to, which is even better than our Grassroots. Super good store.
Damn.
I bought all 3 of well, technically that's 6 mangas of High Rise Invasion. They're the double manga, so volume 1 and 2 in one.
Mm-hmm.
Bought all 3 of those. What else? Also bought those ones. Yeah. I went all out on books. But that comic store alone was, we were supposed to go hit up a bunch of other stores. We didn't. We just came home.
Yep.
So, and Muffins did threaten me that he was going to give me a lot of shit or possibly steal my stuff if the next time he came over and one of the Invincibles wasn't out of plastic yet. Let's just say it's been 2 weeks and it's still in plastic.
They shouldn't come out of plastic.
No, they gotta come out of plastic. I buy things to fucking read. I've never been the kind to like just keep something sealed.
Then pull that guy out of
Hey,
plastic.
go fuck yourself, all right? I will pull that Broly figure out of the box when I actually go and basically build a glass box to put them, because those two figures, the Broly and Goku,
Yeah.
go together. They
Yeah, I
really
know, they're
are-
supposed to
they're
be
posed to
fighting.
fighting each other. I will pull them out when I finally build a glass box with built-in lights to go to them.
You know, we were supposed to do an open of the Spawn figure I got you too.
Yeah, we will.
We
do
will
that.
eventually.
We'll get eventually. I mean, I have 2 of them still in box, same figure.
Yeah, but one's at my place.
No, they're both here. Because someone else bought me the other one, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, I know. But
good shit.
yeah, it was a very expensive weekend for me. But luckily, since I've been really restricting myself on going out, I had spendable money.
Good.
So, all right. Did you still have more on Wrapped?
Yep.
To wrap up?
So my last slide was my my monster. So
yeah.
apparently I'm a vampire.
You are a fucking bloodsucker.
When it comes to your listening, you like to embrace a little darkness, and I listen to emotional atmospheric music. That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I can see that. Shit, your castles, you fucking break in, it's just German Nordic music playing and
Oh, yeah.
shit,
That's hilarious. I'm looking at my screenshots, and then I see boobs
Hell yeah.
in my downloads.
Boobs. I love boobs.
Boobs.
Boobs are great. I mean,
Yeah.
hell, anytime I open my phone, I see boobs.
Yeah.
Boobs. Anime boobs are the best boobs.
Anime
Ooh.
boobs and goth titties. Love goth titties.
Oh, goth titties are great. I always question these online goths, though. Do you think they're real goths, or are they just posers?
This one's a real goth.
You think so, or is she
Yeah.
just a poser?
No, she's a real one.
I don't think so.
She's a real one.
I think the real goths are still hiding in fucking back streets of fucking Gotham, drinking black coffee and smoking cigarettes. They ain't got they're too depressed to be making fucking, videos online and photos. They want to see the world burn. They don't want people looking at them.
You'd be surprised.
Probably. At the same time,
It's a new age. They're new age goths.
Yeah, new age goths. Okay, if you put it that way, new age goths, that's fine. They ain't the real goths.
Classic goths.
I say these
Even
people
better.
don't even these new age goths probably don't even know what the OG Hot Topic looked like.
Oh man, I miss OG Hot Topic.
I miss that Hot Topic.
Now they're all just
It's an anime
squared
store at
off
this point.
piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't have the cool door and shit.
They don't blast grindcore in
I
their
know.
stores anymore. Do you remember that when they'd have
yeah.
the whole fucking wall of band T-shirts and then just metalcore, grindcore in the stores?
Oh, it's fucking great. Now it's full of anime and Rick and Morty,
Yep.
which don't get me wrong, I love both of those things, but not in Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Hot Topic's dead now. It's like South Park just knows everything. I remember they had a whole episode on that a while ago. That was great.
Yeah. I loved it, man.
But yeah, and I was hoping to actually do a little conversation on Invincible Season 2, but you haven't checked it out, and I'm actually behind on it too. I only watched the first episode so far. Of
Oh, I
season 2.
watched the first episode too.
Yeah, which also I've watched a lot of shit in between that, so I couldn't give you a refreshing on that.
Yeah, no, honestly, me too. I've been watching a lot of anime and several different shows and different video games.
I haven't really been gaming much these past 2 weeks. I was actually busy on Thanksgiving, not really anything. I don't plan for shit on the holidays because my family doesn't live here, but I actually got a surprise fucking visit from my family, so
Yeah.
that was actually very pleasant. But throughout the week, I've mostly been watching one of my favorite shows. As you walked in my house, I was watching it, Horrible Histories.
Yep.
Fucking love that show. And I decided to go back and rewatch the original Teen Titans because I was bored.
Hell yeah.
So been really enjoying that again.
Yeah, no. Oh, man, we didn't even get to my Audible ones.
We can rewind back the audiobooks. God damn, I'm fucking stuffy today though.
Yeah, no. So,
Personally, I know the main audiobooks I listened to was the entire Halo series is fantastic. I love listening to that. My favorite audiobooks, though, are any written by Corey Taylor. And that's because he actually does the reading of his audiobooks.
Yep.
And my favorite one by him is literally his book, You're Making Me Hate You. And it's a great book, which I already own and read, but actually listening to him read it, him putting more feeling behind the words, and you can really
Yep.
tell where he was serious and where he wasn't, like, just made it a much better experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, so if you have a subscription, you get a certain amount of points that you could put towards books, and then you also get a free audiobook that's sponsored through Audible.
It's funny, too, because I literally just canceled my Audible. It's really cool, though. They tell you, like, hey, before you cancel, spend these points, because you will lose them. So I went through and just fucking bought a shit ton of books that were on my wish list. Like, because I had like 12 credits saved up.
Mm-hmm.
So I just spent all my credits. And then, because I really haven't been using it this year. So I said, fuck it. I have a bunch of books now that I can go back and listen to. I don't need to keep getting credits every month. So, but I thought that was really cool of them to actually give you the warning, like, hey, you're going to lose all these credits if you don't spend them. Spend them now, then you can cancel. I'm like, good on you, Audible. Thanks for being cool like
Yep.
that.
So I get a new book every week and I read them. And on top of that, I buy a new book every week.
You mean people read them to you?
Yeah, people read them to me because don't mention where I work, but I work in a warehouse.
It's a little hard to be reading a book and doing your job at the same time. So,
but I'm not supposed to be listening to books either. I work on a forklift. That's not good for me.
see, I have a hard time listening to books at work, but that's also because I run work. So I have to constantly be pausing. I can't focus. I can have music in the background while talking to my guys and having guys talk to me, and I can have my music constantly playing. That's not a problem. But when I have a book and then someone talks to me and I miss something, I'll get frustrated. Hence why, ever since my promotion, my audiobook listening has gone down this year.
Yeah, no, not for me. So, one thing I hate, and I mean really fucking hate, is when I'm listening to music, specifically music, because that's when I'm like in my own little space and just doing my own thing, and it gets interrupted by a phone call or by someone on a radio being like, hey, come do this, or someone talking to me while I'm on a forklift. So I don't listen to music because all it will do is piss me off, and I get interrupted a lot.
So we're literally completely opposite. I don't mind my music getting interrupted and all that, but you interrupt my audiobook, that pisses me off.
Yep.
So we're complete opposite of that.
Oh man, and I get livid, so I'll be like, motherfucker, hey, what do you need? Just on the radio, like, motherfucker, hey, what do you need?
Okay. Oh shit, I pushed the button while saying that, my bad.
Yep. Yeah, no.
But you don't mind the books?
But I don't mind my books because I listen to my books at least twice.
Oh, okay. I guess I could see that. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Or like my favorite book series, I've listened to and read at least 6 times.
Okay, I'm gonna throw something in your field to check out, because this is actually the first audiobook I ever read, and this was first audiobook I ever heard, and this was even before Audible, all that. I had this motherfucker on CD, and it's great. I actually found the book. It's over there on my shelf. It's called Atlas Shrugged.
Oh yeah, I've read it and listened to it.
Oh, you actually have?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking by far one of my favorite books of all time, and like I could do a whole episode on this book.
It's been a while because
I feel I'd have to re-listen to refresh.
When you first mentioned it is when I bought it on Audible and listened to it, and then when we hit up Grassroots, that's when I bought the physical copy and read.
Oh, yeah, because you got the little. Didn't you get the soft cover? Or did you
no,
get
I got hardcover.
You got the same one I did.
It was a little damaged, so I got it at a big markdown.
Oh, yeah, I wanted mine nice for display, so.
Yeah, no, mine got read.
I love that book. My brother's actually the one who hooked me up with that, and it revolutionized my view on the industries and the world. Even looking at, I'm not a big fan of billionaires and all this kind of shit,
Yeah.
but this book definitely gives you a better perception of that, at least of the time of independence, not this fucking monopoly system we have
Yeah.
now. But it really made you see that, not every rich person is, drinks fucking baby's blood and shit,
Yeah.
So it really opened my eyes to the big industries, and they're just, still to this day, my favorite line that will never leave my head is Robin Hood must die. And basically that meaning, like how back in the day, well, during Robin Hood's whole story was, he stole from the
Yep.
rich who taxed the fuck out of the people, gave it. No, we need to fucking kill Robin Hood, basically meaning how the government takes all my fucking hardworking money through taxes and gives it to these fucking nobodies who've been living on welfare for 5 generations.
Yep.
Robin Hood needs to fucking die. That's my money. And I make good money, so I look at my fucking taxes, dude, it pisses me off.
Hey, it wouldn't piss you off if you had a kid.
Yeah, it's not worth it to me.
Yeah, no.
I'll just fucking, I don't know, maybe I'll hit up one of our buddies and be like, hey, let me use your kid as a write-off. I have better insurance than you. Well, they'll still live with you and all this, but I will legally adopt them so I can use them as a write-off. They'll have way better insurance and all that, but they'll still live with you. They're still your kid. I'm just going to use them as a write-off. That's a really good idea, actually. I should definitely do that.
Yeah, you should you should talk to the people.
Yeah, right.
The people with children.
Yep, but that one.
Yeah, no, man. But I did love that book. But the one that I'm listening to right now is it's called Fablehaven. It's
Is it about the game Fable?
no.
I had to try.
No, not at all. Kind of similar, but not at all similar.
I've never even played the game, so I wouldn't be able to give an input on that either.
All right, so basically the story is of 2 siblings that go to a magical preserve where they protect magical creatures, fairies, centaurs, demons, witches, all that shit.
Okay.
And some shit goes down where the main characters are attacked and have to figure out a way to get out of their sticky situation.
Why does this sound like Shrek?
It's not at all Shrek. What do you mean?
Sure sounds like Shrek, Motherfucker's living in his swamp. All the fucking other mythical creatures come to his swamp for protection. And he's got to literally get out of go get the princess so he can basically get the fuckers out of their sticky situation and get his swamp back. This sounds pretty Shreky.
It's not at all Shreky.
I don't know.
No, you can suck my dick. It's not at all Shreky.
Speaking
That's insulting. Fuck you.
Hey, nothing is insulting about Shrek. Shrek is a fucking amazing.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life. For those of you that don't know that reference, there's an old video, shitty animation, where Shrek is idolized by this little kid who's being abused by his father.
Oh my god.
Comes into his house, says, "This is my swamp now." Gives him a nice hard dick in, and then flies away as his father walks in.
The fact he says it so romantic, like all of a sudden the smell of onions filled my room.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
God, I miss old YouTube.
Me too, man.
Oh man, that shit was great. Oh, well, speaking of Shrek, how do you feel about going? So in our town, they're hosting a thing called the Shrek Rave.
Oh my god.
It's a Christmas special Shrek Rave. And the thing literally says, yeah, it's stupid, but it'll be fun.
I'm down. Let's do it.
We should definitely
we
should hit up the Shrek Rave.
We should definitely hit up the
Shrek
Rave.
This is like the 3rd time it's come, and each time I keep missing it. So I want to go.
We're going to go, and we're going to dress up as Shrek.
I'm gonna go get a shirt made that just says Shrek is love, and then you can have a shirt that says Shrek is life.
Yep. Oh man, I know where to get that shit done too.
Yeah, fucking Jobo's mom, man. She makes shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking pay her to do it. She won't even realize what she's making. Shrek
Yep.
is love, huh? Okay. Shrek is life. Weird.
Yep. And then
She goes and looks it up by accident. Like, I wonder what this stands for. Oh, God.
yeah, she'd be very disappointed in us.
Dude, they made like 3 of those videos. 3 or 4 of those Shrek is love videos.
Yep.
Oh, that was good shit. Yeah, if we go to the Shrek rave, we got to get those shirts. And I
down.
guarantee everyone there will fucking love them.
Yeah, no, it'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Christmas Shrek rave.
Oh man, and this new generation doesn't even know about Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
What a bummer. Yeah, that's all that old school shit, man. There's that freaking old llamas with hats, happy
Yep.
tree friends.
Salad fingers.
Oh god, that was a great one too.
Charlie the unicorn.
Charlie was great. Fuck, I was just watching an OG one too. Racist Mario,
Oh man.
Mad Mario.
Yep.
So much good shit, man.
Pikachu on acid by
Oh.
High Five Tunes, I think.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. So much of them, dude. The original Saturday Night Happiness.
Yep.
So I
Stick
remember-
fighters.
Oh yeah, the stick fighters were great. The Cliff, that was an old one. I always loved the
Yep.
Cliff. Yeah. God, if I could just remember my original YouTube account, man, and get in there and pull up all those liked old videos.
That would be really cool.
I swear if I could make a website, I would make an OG YouTube and just have all that original shit. Like nothing past this date is allowed to be posted on OG YouTube.
That would be really cool. Man.
You know the one place you can still find all that good shit though? The place that has yet to ever change or sell out? The
Yep.
place where we've posted most of our episodes of the podcast?
Yep.
Newgrounds.
Newgrounds.
Still the fucking Godfather.
Oh man.
I miss a lot of those. Like, I notice nowadays, like with social media and all this and all these fucking things, like, man, there was such good old websites back in the day that I spent hours on. Like I said, one of them being the original Saturday Night Happiness back when it was just web comics.
Yep.
There was old 9gag, pretty much the original iFunny and shit was 9gag. One of my favorite ones was literally called Fuck My Life. It was literally just people, writing stories, and and each time it would end, it literally ended with they would basically put FML. And it was all
great.
these like fucked up things that happened. Another one that was very similar to Fuck My Life was called Text from Last Night. Pretty much just people sharing their drunk texts and shit and all that. And like it was nasty.
You know what all that shit was replaced with? Reddit.
Fuck Reddit.
Dude, some of the little subheadings are really fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and now we got fucking TikTok, which is just a knockoff of the Godfather, the Vine.
Yeah. Hardly a knockoff, though. They've improved on a lot of things. And kind of went downhill on others.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find shit on TikTok that's as funny as Vine was, man.
Yeah, no, now it's just about...
People being stupid.
Yeah.
Not actually funny, like... God, I can't.
And doing, like, stupid little dances
I'm
that
trying to
500
quote
other
the
people
fucking
do.
watermelon dude, man, but I can't even do it because I just laugh thinking about that, man. I love the watermelon guy. Freaking, God, those old Vines, man. What a
I got
time.
watermelon to take me home.
I got watermelon to soothe my slumber. Fucking Godfathers, man. That shit was awesome. And now it's just TikTok, iPhone. Well, iFunny's kind of underground still. They haven't really sold out much. Except you do tend to find a lot of fucking TikToks on iFunny.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's only the fucked up ones that end up on iFunny, though, which is great. But then you got freaking, all the socials and all that shit. Like, it's just the same shit getting reshared. Like, people, I feel like back during that time, it was much more about being creative in your own way and making, creative stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Now it's just resharing something else someone created.
Yep.
Like, for example, like
It's wild to me that it does that. So I once saw a person's TikTok who was just pointing up and they got a fuck ton of views. So I was like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna go to the original, and it only had like 200 views.
Yeah, see, and that's what I don't get. It's the same reason why I hate fucking reaction videos online.
Yep.
It's like that's not your first reaction. You wouldn't have made a video of this if you didn't already hear it once or see it once or whatever. Nah, your reaction's fucking fake. You know, it's bullshit.
There are a handful, like Charismatic Voice.
Well, yes,
her reactions are real.
but you could tell. You could tell the difference between the real reaction videos and the ones that like, oh, I'm gonna totally make a reaction video on this.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I also hate about these fucking TikToks, I literally caught, like I said, I won't download it. I don't see any reason to. I have iFunny. Like I said, I get plenty of fucking TikTok backwash from that as it is. But I was literally sitting there, my boss is showing me, oh yeah, look how funny this is. And it's like these people lip singing. They're not lip singing though, they're just talking. But I was looking, it's like, oh man, yeah, this person's fucking funny. Like listening, and I'm like, I know that voice. That's not this motherfucker. That's Burt Kreischer's voice. Like, that's not this motherfucker. This motherfucker's just lipping a Burt Kreischer fucking skit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, really? And this guy has how many fucking views by basically lip singing to fucking comedians?
Yeah.
It's bullshit. You're a fucking knockoff loser.
But there is a difference between people that are just sitting there and people that are like reenacting what's going on. So it's more like a visual performance. I think you're looking at it through, oh, they're trying to rip someone off versus, oh, we're doing a little skit with this person's voice. If that makes sense.
I guess. I mean, at the same time, I guess. I mean, I can't talk too much shit. I make anime music videos, which is literally taking two separate things that I didn't create and put it together. But it's just, I don't know. Like, I just can't get it into the wave of it. Call me a fucking whatever I don't blend.
No, and I get it.
But at the same time, here I am sitting, making a podcast, while everyone else in the world is also making podcasts. So, guess I'm a fucking hypocrite. I don't know.
Oh, man.
But, like, my boss is, like, constantly showing me this shit, and I'm just sitting there, like, and he's laughing. Like, this is funny. We have a different sense of humor, my friend. But at the same time, I'm sitting here hoping that people find me funny, or at least entertaining to listen to. Hell, I kind of hope that most of you hate listening to me. I hope you just sit here and hate on me. Give me hate comments and shit. Let's bring back fucking, before comments were banned on YouTube, man. Bring back that hate.
Let's bring back Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Ooh, boy. Let's get fucking racist, hateful, and all of above.
Yep. Oh, man. Those lobbies were fucking insane.
See, to me,
and
it was
now
just
they
another...
have sensors.
Those lobbies were just a normal day for me.
Yep.
Because you got to remember, I grew up construction.
Yeah,
you think those lobbies were bad? You should have heard their parents on the job sites.
Yep.
That's where most of them got the words from. They said the only people who have worse mouths than construction workers is freaking sailors.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, at least I haven't said fuck like a million times this time.
Oh, you don't know that. Watch. We're going to play it back and you're just going to be right there. Fuck. And then the next second, fuck.
I've been trying to cut back on it, motherfucker, all right? Fuck off. It's my favorite word, man. It's just so versatile.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Oh,
I really need to make that my text tone. I need to have freaking Samuel L. Jackson be that when I get my text notifications.
Yep.
Just motherfucker. Extra fries, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, dude.
But yeah. Oh man, actually I need to take a fucking pause for a minute, so I guess to be resumed.
A few minutes later.
There we go. Oh yeah, listen to that. Oh god, that hit red. Oh yeah, that hit red too.
That's fine. They should already be used to
you cracking
me
one
cracking
open.
a cold one open.
This is the first time you didn't crack one open at the start of it.
Shit, you're right. I've been mostly smoking.
Yeah, I've been drinking coffee too. We started off with coffee this day. Coffee at night, love it.
Yeah.
Now we're off to some twisted tea. Knock your taste buds out.
Dude, that was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, fuck yeah. I don't know why they, like, Twisted Tea should have made a fucking ad of that.
Honestly.
That should have been a commercial for them.
Like, say it one more time. Nigga. What? Knocked him the fuck out with
Twisted
the Twisted
Tea.
Tea.
Knock out your taste buds. Missed opportunity there, man.
Yeah, he should have been sponsored. He brought them a lot of fucking business.
Fuck yeah, he did. That shit was great. Oh, man.
Shit, dude.
I'm just enjoying this fucking ice cold Twisted Tea. Damn, that's good. Fuck. I should have drank this before hitting resume, but fuck it.
Yeah. So,
What up?
there are supposed to be a couple events coming up.
Okay. I have one that I know is coming up. I just found out today, and it's in Los Angeles.
Which one?
You might not be too interested in, but Muffins will probably go with me. It's the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour. It's done every year. This is where we get big updates on, because Dragon Ball's got a shit ton of games.
Yep.
You know, from the card games to the app games to the video games.
Yep.
This event literally takes place every year, and it's pretty much a massive update info for all the new shit. And they also do a big tournament for the card game. They do fighting game tournaments. It's a 2-day event. It's a big deal.
Okay.
And it's in Los Angeles. I don't know if it's in Los Angeles every year and I just haven't noticed, or if it's there this year. But
I'm pretty sure it's in LA every year.
probably. So I think I might go try to attend that. And I just found out it's absolutely free. All you have to do is register.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Maybe.
So that was the one event that I came across earlier today. I'm like, I might go check that out.
You're not a big fan of Lord of the Rings, are you?
Never seen it.
You've never seen it.
Never seen
You
it.
fucking bitch.
Yep.
All right, never mind then. I might talk to Muffins about this, but there's a Lord of the Ring art expo here in the city over.
I mean, I'll still go. I love art and expos.
Yeah, no. So
I may not be a fucking Lord of the Rings fan, but I can still go and appreciate art.
yeah, no. I saw it on Facebook and I was like, yeah, this is something that'd be awesome to go to.
Yeah.
Because I love different forms of art, like whether it's painted, whether it's just posters. Oh man, it's something really cool.
Oh yeah. No, I'm the same way. I love all different types of art. Most of all, I love the art known as hentai, but you know,
Oh yeah,
I need to get some hentai posters up in this bitch. Maybe then I'll do a video.
maybe. I mean, you have fucking none of them are naked, by the way.
I mean, there's the one right there that's closed. She's technically naked, just has her tail blocking the vag and her long hair blocking the nips, but she
Yeah.
is technically naked.
And according to Jobobo, very underage.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, it was not the character I thought it was when I bought it.
Yeah, no.
I need to go watch that anime.
To be fair, we had only started it like 2 weeks before we went.
Yes,
So
because
we weren't really familiar with Shield Hero.
Because I truly thought that was Raftalia. And,
Yeah.
it is not. You definitely won. You won that day. You got the Rias Gramarye
Yep.
nude figure, and it is glorious.
And I got the blanket too.
Yeah, you did. That blanket's great.
Oh man.
I need to put that wall one you gave to me. I need to put that up in here.
Yeah.
I should bring the anime girl pillows in here too. I got 3 of them now. And have them just sit there on the couch when we don't. And that way, whenever we do have a guest, they got to sit in between the fucking anime pillows.
Yep. That'd be awesome.
Ignore the sticky parts. Well, then
yeah.
then we'd have to take the black lights out of here.
I mean, it's not just your fluids. What?
Ooh.
You
Whoa.
didn't hear that? I'm not putting big beads in between your pillows. Oh man! So there's a joke in a show called Big Mouth, where you heat up 2 bags of beans, and you place it on in between the cushions of a couch, and you fuck it.
Dude, I love that fucking part of that episode too, because he has like the perfect. It has to be this amount of time. It has to be
Yep.
this brand. Like I can't quote it all the way, but he was so in detail with how to do it. I love, dude. Big Mouth. That's one of those shows that would never be allowed to exist if it wasn't for streaming.
Yeah,
That
Seriously.
wouldn't air on even Adult Swim or if fucking HBO Max. Like none of it.
Yeah, no, nowhere.
Like that one was so over the top. And same with fucking Paradise PD, man. That's another great one.
Paradise PD. There's another one called Brickleberry. I don't know
Well,
if you
Paradise
remember that
PD
one.
is just a knockoff of Brickleberry, literally.
But we're going farther with Paradise PD than we did with Brickleberry.
Did you know they actually had a full crossover episode?
Yeah.
Yep, Paradise
Yeah, I
PD.
watched that shit. It was
It was great. It was
fucking
so
fantastic. And I was right here like, oh, come on, just keep going, keep going. And he's like, Denzel was like, oh, we only got the license for one show. So, one episode. Let's do it.
It was worth it, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think the only other crossover that I love, that to me is one of the best crossovers, is Archer and Bob's Burgers. So, because the voice of Archer was H. John Benjamin,
Uh-huh.
also voices Bob and Bob's Burgers.
That's fucking awesome.
He's the same voice. There's an episode in Archer where pretty much Archer gets fucking, like, he goes to this big old, like, trauma thing, and he thinks that he's Bob and owns a little grill joint. And,
That's hilarious.
like, you literally get to see, like, you know, all the characters from Bob's Burgers animated. Like, in this version, he's basically a stepdad to them all. You know, he's not their actual dad, and he opened the grill with this new family he made. And then, of course, he gets attacked by fucking assassins. It's like one of those moments. God, there was a movie on that, too. It was the guy from, it was not long after Zombieland. It was the kid who played in Zombieland. He did this movie, and it was a lot like that, where he was like a secret, like, sleeper agent.
Uh-huh.
So when Archer gets attacked, you know, he thinks he's Bob, just owns a fry cook, man. He gets shot at, he pulls up a frying pan, ricochets the bullets, starts beating the shit out of him. He's like, how did I do that?
Yep.
But yeah, the whole time, like, to me, that is one of my favorite crossovers. But I'm also a massive Archer fan, so I thought it was great, though, considering they're both the same voice actor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Another good crossover episode. The obvious one. Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, like,
Yep.
we'll see if it's the obvious one or not, motherfucker.
The Jimmy Neutron crossover with Fairly Odd Parents.
Those were so good.
Oh, man. Just the hour-long episode airing on Nickelodeon for the first time was just beautiful.
Yeah, that was great. Still, I love going back and watching those.
And I remember them, like, having big-ass events for these crossovers, too. Like,
big time.
they'd be talking about it for months, and then they're like, countdown, here we are. Get us all the little kids just huddled around the TV like, this is going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And then in between commercial breaks, restroom, snacks, come back.
Yeah, there was no pause in fucking TV,
Nope.
man. You couldn't just pause or rewind.
It was live on air.
Unless you were one of them rich families with a DVR.
Yeah.
I was not.
Yeah, no, we weren't either. So when those episodes came on, we were zipping,
Oh, yeah.
fucking coming back, sitting down and just like, yeah, this episode's happening.
And there'd be times I'm sitting there fucking doing the pee dance. Like, come on,
Yep.
get to commercial. All right, cool.
Like, fuck, someone else is in the restroom.
Yeah, get out! And you go piss in the sink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. I remember another big event on Nickelodeon was the Children's Choice Awards, or Kids' Choice Awards. That was always a lot of fun as a kid. You had like the big celebrities coming on, and then they'd get slimed and shit in the slime time.
Yep.
Like that was always a lot of fun watching that growing up. So I don't even know if they do. Do they still even do the Kid Choice
They
Awards? Do they?
I don't know if they still do with slime, but they do.
At least they still do the Kids Choice Awards. That's
Yeah.
good. At least the youngs know what it is. Too bad they'll never know what Guts is or Legends of the Hidden Temple, though. That shit was nuts.
I don't even know that one.
Oh man, Guts was literally like, think of Ninja Warrior for children. And this was way back. This is even before American Ninja Warrior. I'm sure Chinese and Ninja Warrior was still a thing then.
Yeah.
But American Ninja Warrior was not yet. And this was literally a full-on extreme game show for kids. And performed literally it was kids on the show doing
Really?
this shit. Dude, it was rough. They're wearing full-on helmet gear and shit, and it was insane.
Hell yeah.
Legends of the Hidden Temple got pretty hardcore too, but Guts was something else. But
Yeah, no, that's
that was
really
also the '90s when the theme of the fucking decade was extreme.
Yep.
Everything had to be extreme. That's why, we had Tony Hawk being so fucking big, Travis
Yep.
Pastrana,
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor, everything had to be to the extreme, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee if I went back in time now, I'd be like, oh my god, my head. Oh, this is so annoying.
Yep.
But, as a kid, it was fucking awesome. But that was around the same time we had, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Which, for a kid's show, was extremely terrifying.
Yeah.
There were so many fucking good shows back then. And I remember freaking Saturday morning cartoons, man. Nickelodeon. Good old Nick Splat, man.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. It's actually cool, though, because I've noticed that the streamings now, they actually have been bringing back the old school cartoons and everything, so you can actually still watch them now, luckily, which is nice. Speaking of old school, this just clicked in my head, and I'm very disappointed in myself that I have not watched it. Good Burger 2. I almost knocked my beer over. Good Burger 2 is on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I haven't even seen the first one.
I'm going to kill you right here now. You are about to hear me murder this fucking man.
I haven't seen Kenan and Kel either. Or whatever show they're from.
Okay, also, back to the 90s. In the time of the 90s, we had a show on Nickelodeon called All That, which was literally a children's Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Exact skit show, everything. That is where Kenan and Kel originated from, was All That. That's where Amanda Bynes started.
Yep.
Fucking all these ones that we know now was All That, and it was so good. It had such a great intro song, and that's where Good Burger came from. Good Burger was a skit on All That. During the time of All That, Kenan and Kel became pretty much fan favorites of All That. Ended up getting their own Nickelodeon show just called Kenan and Kel.
Uh-huh.
Also had a fantastic intro performed by, was it LL Cool J? One of the big rappers at the time. I think it was LL Cool J. Don't quote me on that. But it's cool because they literally recorded it at the freaking Universal Studios, Orlando, and was also a very good show, very comedic. Kel was always a fan favorite. That's where the whole saying, I'm sure you've heard before, who loves orange soda? No, you haven't even heard the who loves orange soda?
Nope.
Oh man, Kel loves orange soda. Is it true? Mm-hmm.
Here It Goes was performed by Victor Conception.
Victor Conception.
Oh, come on.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, Victor Conception.
Oh, well, I guess I was absolutely wrong on it being LL Cool J. My bad. I'm thinking of some other intro then or something.
Coolio.
Coolio!
He
There
sang
we go.
it. Yeah.
Coolio.
He sang it, but the other guy composed it.
Okay, yeah, I was like, I don't know who this name is you're saying. Okay, it understands why I thought it was LL Cool J. No, it was Coolio. That was the name I was looking for. It's a really good song.
Yeah.
For being an intro. It was awesome. But yeah, and then due to those, like I said, we got the movie back then, Good Burger, based on the skit from All That. Fantastic movie. Still love it to this day. So, this is going to sound very familiar to you, and you'll get it here. So the story of Good Burger, the movie at least, is, you have this little Good Burger fast food, not really even fast food. They're not a big chain, nothing like that. You just got the little Good Burger.
Burger Shack?
Yeah, a little burger shack called Good Burger, right? Everyone loves them. Next thing you know, this big fucking fancy new place gets fucking built. I don't remember exactly the name of the competition, but right across the street, they become the new big name. Everyone's ditching good old Good Burger for this brand new big fancy motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
And then the cashier of Good Burger, literally, he had his special sauce he had made for the Good Burger that he only kind of ate himself. But then people started well, what's that? Oh, this is my special sauce.
Yep.
Started and actually selling that part of the Good Burger deal with the secret sauce. And then they start getting their customers back. The new big guys who moved in don't take kindly to this, that now Good Burger's back on fire again. Everyone's ditching them because their food now is way better. So they decide to basically break into Good Burger and try to steal the secret formula to basically get their place back on top again. And it's a whole thing of going back and forth, them trying to get the formula and then going to steal it back from them.
Another chum bucket.
It literally is where SpongeBob got the idea, was from Good Burger.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because that was the original story, and that's where they got the whole Chum Bucket Krusty Krab secret formula, was from Good Burger.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, super good. And then, like I said, out of nowhere, I think it was last year, literally, because Keenan stayed in show business after the whole Nickelodeon shit. He went to Saturday Night Live. You know, he stayed in show business. Kel disappeared. Was never, like, no social, nothing. Motherfucker was gone. And then next thing you know, shit, probably more than that, something years later, they show up on Jimmy Fallon and be like, Good Burger Part 2. It's like, what the fuck? So.
Yeah, no, but you also have to keep in mind, I was born in the 90s.
Fair enough.
I was born at the
end of the 90s.
End of the 90s.
Fair.
So I didn't grow up with those shows. I grew up with, Fairly Odd Parents. I grew up with Hannah Montana, shit like that.
Makes sense. I get that. I mean, like I said, we're not that far different in age. I mean, technically, I was born beginning of the 90s. Very start of the 90s, I was born. So I don't remember, the early shit, but I was there for fucking, the friggin', like, as far back as I can remember, even though my memory is garbage, is about 95, 96.
Yeah, but you also have to keep in mind, too, you had older siblings.
Yes.
I had one older sibling, and the only thing that she pushed onto me was her music.
Fair enough. And my older sibling and I, that's why I said growing up, I never watched the super kid shows like Nick Jr., because, back in my time, we had one television, and guess what? The older brother got to pick what we watched, because you try to change it, he's going to beat you up. So I never literally watched, any of the Nick Jr. stuff. It was always just the original cartoons and all that, because he was 5 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course, whatever Big Brother does, I do. That's just, how it is.
Yep.
And even to this day, I won't want to call idolize, that's not the word, but he is still to this day a massive influence on me in my life. I look up to him extremely.
Mm-hmm.
So, literally, I mean, as you know, look at my tattoos alone. I'm over here trying to figure out, well, how can I beat his work? I need better tattoos than him. I have to outdo him, and it's been that way my whole life. I got to outdo him. The only thing I've outdone him on 100% is height. Because I outgrew that motherfucker by a lot. He is short, and I am tall. He's the older brother now, not the big brother.
Yep. Yeah, no, dude. Shit, I've seen his work, too. From the pictures you've shown me, I've seen his work, and it's really fucking good. Dude. So you're going to have to go to, Vegas or LA to get your shit done.
Well, and again, not only is it the artist alone, obviously, is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But the way he picked it and the way he was able to blend it all, because this wasn't no big planned out. I'm gonna have this whole sleeve done this way and coming into this.
Yeah.
It literally just it was all patched in, then filled in with background sleeve. And
I've only seen his sleeves.
Yeah, going back, his sleeves alone took fucking years because they were all spaced out between different pieces. And then he's like, oh, let's just make this all that sleeve, and then we can blend that in with this. It's not like he just sat down in 1 year and decided, let's get fully covered. This is a 15-year something process. And the fact that the themes all match and they stay and connect so well from even now, his new fucking neck piece and shit. And it's just damn.
Yeah, funny thing. I bought some tattoo needles. And
bro, keep those. Do not fucking bring those on New Year's.
I'm not.
Do not bring those to my house on New Year's, because you know damn well we're all going to be fucking drunk, and we're going to end up with some fucking regrets.
I'm not, but I'm in the process of looking at different inks. Of course, I'm doing my research because I'm not about to get an infection.
You're not just gonna go to Staples and buy a bottle of ink and start printing yourself.
Staples, can I get your cheapest bottle of printer ink?
Yeah, maybe cheapest bottle of black printer ink. That'll do. I mean, why not? Motherfuckers make that shit in toilets in prison. You'll be fine.
But yeah, I'm gonna be blacking out my left arm.
Like you're just gonna black it out all the way?
Yeah. Black it out all the way myself because I'm not about to pay for it. And later on, get different white on it.
I'm not 100% sure on this, but if I recall, you might not want to do that because once it's blacked out, it's going to be really hard to get the white to show up over that. I guess majority of the time what they do is, it depends on how dark you go with the blackout, but I think most of the time they do a lighter layer where they're going to be the white and stuff. Not 100%. I'm kind of just like spitballing off the way I know ink blends and works. So I'm not entirely sure, but hey.
Either way, if it's just a blackout, I've always liked blackout.
There's one porn star I know, like I always see her. She's got the fully blacked out arm and everything. Fucking love, man. She's like got tattoos all over. Bitch covered as fuck.
Because I'm not a stranger to body modifications either.
Oh, no,
I've had my ears done.
Yep.
I had a
Septum?
Yeah, septum piercing for a while.
Was it the middle or the sides?
It was the middle.
Yeah, septum piercing.
Yeah, I had a middle one right here.
Dude, did you get like
I had one on the side.
Did you get the two like bones like a fucking Aztec?
No.
Oh, bummer.
No, it was just like a
ring.
It was just a stud.
Oh, just a bar.
Yeah, just a bar because it would have been ripped out.
Yeah.
It would have been ripped out. My mom would have ripped it out like she ripped my ear.
Definitely.
Oh,
Shit,
no.
you could look like my one buddy, man, who literally had his gauge ripped out of his ear. Now he's got fucking two earlobes that hang down because they ripped his gauge out completely.
I'd be so mad.
Yeah,
I'd be at the hospital, stitch this shit up because I'm not about to lose it.
Yeah, literally his fucking earlobe is split in two and dangles there. Yeah, fucking rough. Got in a fight and shit, and this motherfucker straight fish hooked him with his finger, fished because he had the open gauges. Put his finger right in there and ripped it down. Said he'd never seen so much blood before.
And that would make me black out. You'd have to pull me off of that motherfucker because I would not be stopping. I'd be right there just.
Oh, that motherfucker would be dead.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I'm no stranger of body modifications. Keep in mind the only thing like piercing wise I ever had was my left ear. Again, back to the late 90s, early 2000s era. If you had your right ear pierced as a dude, you were gay. So I only ever had my left ear done, which I think I got done at like 10 years old or something like that. And then kept an earring in it most of my life. And then as I started working and doing shit like that, I just ended up removing it. Thing is, you can still, I could probably still to this day, I could probably get like a fucking needle and push it right through and open it back up because I can still feel the hole there. But I never went large with it. It was just the old basic fucking single piercing.
Yeah, no, mine healed up all the way.
Mine you can still definitely feel.
Yeah, no. So when I first got mine done, my earlobes, I mean. So when I first got my ears done, it was literally on the curbside by my girl at the time. I'll call her by her nickname, Mariposa.
Oh.
It means butterfly for you non-Spanish speakers.
Yeah, retards, they don't know.
So it was literally done like in the middle of the night with a flashlight. She had bought 2 needles from the local tattoo shop, pushed that shit through, pulled her nipple rings out, put them in, and I was like, cool, that was nice.
Yeah.
Didn't hurt too bad, honestly.
So mine,
never did.
Fuck, I think I was, like I said, maybe like 8 or 9. Real young. My brother had his ear pierced. Again, I had to do everything he did. So we go to the mall. Tiny little booth in the middle of the mall. That's the kind of place I had mine done. And the whole time, my brother's fucking with me. Like, dude, you sure you want to do this? It's going to hurt like hell. Like, it hurts so bad, man. It's going to hurt. And he's my older brother. I listen to everything he says. I'm like, oh, God. Yeah, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I can do this. The dude's getting there with the fucking thing, and he's getting all set up right on my ear, and I'm like biting my teeth, like ready for this fucking intense pain that he's filled my head with, and freaking boop.
Yep.
I was like, that's it? And at first, I'm like, yeah, I'm tough. He's like, nah, just as easy. I just want to mess with you. I'm like, you jerk.
Yeah, no, it was funny too, because my parents, super religious.
Oh, yeah.
My mom, even more so, and very quick to put the ass whooping. Yep. So I had kept them hidden. I had healed them up and sized up already. So they were
Damn.
nice healed, sized up to like super small, but like that big.
It looks like
For
about
like a 16th?
about an eighth, 16th to an eighth, maybe.
Yeah. So they were like a 16th.
Okay.
And we had just moved back from Ohio. And we were driving at a pit stop, went to take a piss. I put my earrings back in because, you need to keep them
Yeah, otherwise they'll close.
in or they'll close. I walked back out with them on. And my mom's like, what the fuck is that? Like literally,
Thinking you
she
just
she
pierced them
doesn't
in the
cuss because
restroom.
she's a Jehovah's Witness. She doesn't cuss. So when she said, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh, you knew.
and I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "What's that on your fucking ear?"
Damn, 2 F words.
Yeah.
That's
She
big.
walked over, grabbed my ear, like my whole earlobe, and yanked it while they were healing, mind you.
Damn.
So it swelled up, blew up, and I had to take it out. So at that point, I was like, fuck it. And I pulled both of them out and let them both heal because if I kept one in, she would have yanked that
too.
shit too.
Yeah. See, though my mom was religious, she didn't care for body modifications, considering, she had her ears pierced too, she
Yeah.
wasn't no hypocrite. She wasn't as religious, obviously, as your mother, but she was religious. The only thing that she wouldn't let us do until the age of 18 was tattoos.
Mhm.
Like, she was okay. My brother, like, he had both of his ears pierced. He got his lip pierced. Like, we had all that. The only thing we had to wait on was tattoos. Which, for obvious reasons, when you're young and you get tattoos, and then you grow and your skin stretches and all
Yep.
that, it fucks them up. I don't know if you ever saw That's My Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he got
I
the
remember.
freaking back tattoo of, what was it? the
He's like,
kids-
I was. What? He was like,
I was 10.
yeah. I
and they
was
saw
10.
Their heads are
Fucking
all
heads
blue.
blown up. He's like, it's alright. Mine are too.
Yeah. So that was really the only thing. Is she just wouldn't let us get tattoos until the age of 18. So I fucked up. Like I said, ever since I was young, I planned on getting covered.
Yeah.
And I always wanted, because my brother obviously turned 18 before me. He started getting tattoos. I wanted my first one to be with him. So I just kind of kept putting it off. Then I moved away, so it became harder. Like, I kept trying to plan a trip to go down and get one done with him while, like, down in his town.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point to where it wasn't until literally after my father's death that I went and got the cross on my hand and did that all on my own. But the crazy thing about this, the whole point of it, my dad has it, my brother, my uncle, like, they all have this tattoo. What really sucks is the last time I was literally down there visiting my dad, we were going to go do it. But then it was like one of those situations, I was like last minute, couldn't really find someone. I'm like, well, it's no big deal, Dad. We'll just do it next time I come down for sure. I'll get it done with you next time. Well, the next time I went down to see him, he was in ICU dying. So this was pretty much, I literally had it done on his birthday the following year after his death. And the major point to it was, don't put shit off, because you probably will not get it next time. So that's kind of the main symbol of that one. And then I had the big Guns N' Roses one done on my birthday, or I had done like 2 months later. They couldn't do that on his birthday because it was a very last minute schedule.
Mm-hmm.
They squeezed me in the little one on my hand, but then I had to schedule ahead to get my leg done because it was much bigger.
Yeah.
But that's literally like the main purpose of that, is just don't put shit off, because you won't get a second chance. And now that I've already had my first tattoos done, now I don't care anymore. It's like, one day, bro, I might get one done with you around, but I'm just doing them on my own now. That ship has sailed now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my first tattoo was so I'm gonna call him Maxwell.
All right.
So it was me, not to mention the asshole, but Gobo
And Maxwell.
and Maxwell.
What a cool name. I like that name, Maxwell.
So we had driven all the way down.
I am angrily fucking scorching him right now because this fucking pisses me off. Just so y'all know, as he tells this story, I'm looking at him in a very angry fucking look. And he knows exactly why. Continue.
So we had driven down to Totem Pod to see him. And he was moving out to California. So it was Maxwell, his dad, and his slightly younger sister, because his dad got around a little bit. So we get there, and she had just gotten done tattooing Maxwell and tattooing Maxwell Senior.
Okay.
So just gotten done, and we're like, "Oh, those look really good." And she was like, "Well, I'll do yours too if you want." So, like 2 days later, she had gotten fresh needles, the ink, and everything ready. And she was like, "I'm tattooing people today. Do you guys want one?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Whatever. Let's do it." And Gobo was very hesitant too, but he got a Venom Spider-Man tattoo
It is sick.
on his arm. It looks
half of Venom's face, the other half Spider-Man face, and it is fantastic work.
Yep, and I got this small one on my wrist. It's the Suicide Asterisk.
Yep.
So this one was important to me. His
was just a fan thing.
was just a fan thing, and she did fucking fantastic. Seriously, You know who you are, lady. You are amazing.
Shit, we should have her fucking go up there and get some more done.
I'm honestly thinking about it.
So the reason I'm so angry about this, here's my side of the story. I know these guys were going to visit fucking Maxwell and hang out with an old buddy from, back in the day and all this. Like, okay, whatever. These jerks come home with tattoos, knowing damn well that told them I would take them to get their first tattoos and would even help pay for it, just because I like being there with my friends and doing stuff, especially something permanent like a tattoo, because then when they look at it, they can have the memory of, oh yeah, this was my first tattoo, my fucking one of my best buds took me, freaking help pay for it. It was a good time. And these jerks fucking come back with their tattoos, and I about beat the shit out of them for it.
Dude, it was a last minute
Call me a fucking sourpuss bitch. I don't care. It pissed me off.
You did try to smack mine. I was like, nah.
I literally was going to smack it right there on the fucking fresh ink. Like, fuck you.
That's why I waited several days to see you so it could heal a little bit.
Damn well I was going to fucking slap you. Shit pissed me off, man. You hurt my feelings. My feelings. And I don't got a lot of them, so you hurt the little ones I have.
Yeah, no. But I had just gotten it done. It was all saran wrapped and shit. Mind you, it's on like a kitchen table.
Yep.
So
it turned out pretty well. For being homebrew.
For being homebrew, honestly, it turned out really well. And honestly, I wouldn't change it either.
Yeah.
So it's nice and raw, and I love it.
Yeah.
So I sent a picture. I'm like, hey, Fearplex, we just got these done. I sent one of mine, and Gobo's still right there getting his done. And once it's done, I send a picture of his. And he's like, just the only text he sends, you motherfuckers. Good memories.
Yeah, it was. I was lit. But yeah, I did definitely need to go get more. It's just hard because, like I said, the girl who I had do mine, who did fantastic work on my leg, moved away to freaking Arizona. So I've kind of been in the process of trying to find another artist at the same time, trying to find one who does the style you want. And personally, I didn't know there were so many different fucking styles of tattooing, like, like old traditional, freaking modern, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
It's like, well, shit, I didn't know I had to pick an exact style. I just wanted this image in my head on my arm, make it happen, But, so still in the process of trying to find an artist to basically to start work finally on my arms, because I already have my right arm pretty much planned out all the way.
My right arm, I want my left arm to be blackout and my right arm to be runes.
That'll be cool.
Like, so I've been getting really into Norse paganism.
Obviously.
And obviously, given my music choice and the way I've been lately.
Shit, I'll have to hook you up with my old buddy fucking Iron Man, dude. He's massive into that shit. He's got a bunch of books on it and everything.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember when we were doing our videos with the soda.
Yep.
He saw my hammer. He's like, "Is that just because of the movies, or is it real?" I'm like, "It's real.
Yeah.
Like, it's the religion I've chosen right now."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to get runes on my right arm because it's my dominant one.
Fair enough. My right arm is pretty much to represent life and death, and as a whole, pretty much. The reason it's my right arm is because everything I've ever broken, all my broken bones, surgeries, have all been my right side somehow. Thank God I'm left-handed.
Yep.
But my right shoulder being put back together with steel, my right arm, my right wrist, my right ankle, like everything has been my right side. So the main one obviously taking up the majority of the top of my bicep and everything. Not my bicep. Is that the bicep?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm not a fucking bodybuilder. But anyway, the whole base of the whole top of my arm is going to be a Grim Reaper. But not your typical, like, oh, how basic, get a Grim Reaper. No. The point of this Grim Reaper is he's going to be basically super frustrated, like almost in a cartoony way, like almost pulling out, like expression of like he's pulling out his hair. Super angry and pissed off. And you know this, but to the listeners, I have walked the line of death way more than the fucking average person.
Legitimately.
Like, I was born with the umbilical cord around my throat choking me to fucking death. I put keys in a fucking electric heater at 3 years old and was electrocuted all the way through the hallway. Add that to seizures, being found dead in a pool, parachute failing while skydiving, multiple massive car accidents, dirt bikes.
And this is you think he's making it up. This is real shit. Like I was he was listing off a bunch of the shit that happened in front of his mom, and his mom is just nodding like, "Yep."
She
remember that one.
She blames me for all her gray hair.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, like I said, you finally got from the witness. Like I never made any of this up. I have literally walked that line way too close. Hell, just this year alone, back in February, when I rolled my truck 5 times off the freeway onto oncoming traffic.
Dude, don't even get me started.
And what happened? I just stepped out the truck.
Yep.
And hand had some blood on it from the glass. That was it. So the whole point of this Reaper is for him to be super pissed because he's gotten so close to getting me so many times throughout my life and keeps failing. So I want him just furious. And I also thought, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get like a scroll. It'll look like a scroll almost, like rolled out on the ground. And I'm literally gonna have all this shit written on it, and he'll have it crossed out. Like, so basically he threw this is his idea paper, like, oh, this will definitely kill him. I'll get him this time, and has it thrown on the ground pretty much with it all crossed out, and it didn't work.
Hell yeah.
So that's the main thing of it right there. And then on my lower arm, probably not sure if I'm gonna do the underside or the top, but it's gonna be a fucking hourglass, and inside the hourglass I was gonna have clouds with representing God's hand reaching out, and then in the middle have a human hand sinking to the bottom. I have all of it figured out except what I'm gonna do at the bottom of the hourglass, some way to represent darkness or the abyss, something. I thought about maybe doing black water or smoke and chain. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm gonna do basically the abyss in the bottom. But due to and I'm not a religious person, though I do believe in God. I mostly follow the Christian religion. But again, due to my life, and I have seen things, not making shit, believe me or not, I have pretty much no choice but to believe. I'm alive by miracle. I've literally had doctors say miracle when I found was dead in that pool. I got up and walked out of the hospital in 2 days. And I was on full life support in a fucking coma.
And it's crazy because the way your mom described it,
the detail of her view,
her detail was insane because she said that he went into a fetal position, and when a person goes into a fetal position after drowning or having any lack of oxygen, that means that the brain is shutting down and is dying. So when she saw that, she was like, "Oh no, my baby's dead. It's over." Mm-hmm. Only for him to walk out of that fucking hospital 2 days later.
2 days later, get up and be like, "Later, that was fun."
Yep.
So, and then with my brain surgery, like I said, I told you a story about that with the weird music in my head that I then heard weeks later in fucking youth group. I'm pretty much at the point where I have to believe.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not one to, I don't go really to church. I don't believe in the whole organization of of religion.
Organized religion is a
fucked
scam.
up. It is, as a whole, no matter whether it's Christianity, Catholic, Judaism, fucking any of it. It's all fucking corrupt. It's a mini government.
Yeah, no,
it's
seriously.
actually technically bigger than the government, honestly, because that shit's worldwide.
Yep.
So, but I do follow that book and that God because it's what I chose. It's not because I was raised that way or that. I've actually studied multiple religions and Bibles.
Mm-hmm.
I even read the fucking Bible of Lucifer, Buddhism, studied all of them, and I just kind of picked the one that made the most sense to me. The one I chose, because belief is a choice no matter what.
Yeah, and you have to respect that too, because I'm not dogging anyone's religion.
No.
When I say like my parents are Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm not dogging on their religion. I understand why they are Jehovah's Witnesses. I understand from their perspective why they chose the life that they did, but I'm also not gonna have them shoving their shit
belief
down my
your throat. Yeah. And yeah, you could say I followed Christianity because that's what my mom chose, but my mother, like I said again, never shoved her beliefs into us. Yes, we went to church on Sundays. Wasn't really a big deal. Most of the time I sat there playing my fucking Game Boy. She never gave a crap about it, it's only because daycare was too expensive, so. But never once did she, she would tell us, yeah, this is why I believe, and I've seen and religion is actually really good for a lot of people. I've seen how it does change people's lives for the better, no matter which religion it is.
Yeah, of course.
I've met a lot of people who struggle with, massive drug addiction, alcoholism, or, all kind. They go through a really loose family, really fucked up time in their life, and they find no matter which God, and it does turn their life around.
Yeah, no, and it's crazy because, growing up as Jehovah's Witnesses, you see people's life stories. Like, they host these massive assemblies, and it's not just like a bunch of people doing sermons. It's literally like videos of people that have been living one way and then converted. Like there was a guy that worked for the cartels, and he was a sicario, and that's a hitman.
Oh yeah.
Or a button man, so they kill people for a living. And then he changed his life around because of the religion. It's like people find what they need in religion, and if they find it in a different one, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, because you can literally narrow almost all down. Even Satanism, in their version, Lucifer was innocent. He was actually wasn't a bad guy. And, you would think, reading the Satanic Bible, you need to kill and sacrifice and hate. No, they all come together as pretty much just be a good person.
Yeah.
And yet, then there's also the flip side of religion, considering almost every fucking war that has ever been held was due to religion. And, there's definitely the flip side to religions as well.
Of course. Yeah. Look at what's happening right now.
Yeah, exactly. Then the massive reputation, of course, from Catholic priests and little boys, there's evil and good in everything in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the music we listen to. I listen to fucking music about freaking ejaculating blood and fucking murder and mutilation and
hanging from the rope. The body just switches and dying.
I'm 6 feet under.
Yeah.
Am I gonna fucking go hang someone from the roof and fucking no.
No.
And then there's also, look at Christian metal. There's fucking metal and Christian. There's good and bad in everything, no matter how you look at it. But, damn, we just went down that hole. I guarantee 90% of people said, I'm done listening to this episode. Fuck religion and politics.
Well, yeah, probably.
If you are still here, reverting back to tattoos. So, like I said, the point of mine, and it's funny because I didn't know a lot of verses from the Bible. I already had the image of this tattoo a long time ago. And one time, when I moved out here, I was accompanying my mom to church because she actually ran the sound booth, hence how I learned how to run this shit. And I would go and help her run the sound booth and all that. And they said one of the phrases from the Bible. God, I'm trying to remember. crap, it's on the top of my head. I can't think of exactly which verse it was, but literally it was basically they were talking about how during their darkest times they prayed upon the Lord and he broke them of their chains and freed them from the darkness.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, that's my freaking tattoo in a verse. So it was Psalms 107, because I think my plan with the hourglass, and maybe like in the wooden rim of the hourglass, maybe getting that looking like it's engraved in it or something. And it's because even during my time before, there's a reason I had to leave the fucking state of California, is because I was going down a very dark path. I was doing a lot of fucked up things. We both have a dark history that we've talked about. And like you said, most people, I did find recovery and healing going to recovery groups through the churches and all that. And it felt definitely like, yeah, I was actually free from what I was doing. I was turning my life around and became, a better person. So that's the point of the hourglass for me. And then the background of my sleeve, I'm probably going to get, pretty much I was planning on getting like roots kind of growing up my arm, I was probably going to have it go to like a tree. Like I was thinking about getting like the tree of life or something like that. It may be done, like maybe the roots are all coming from the tree. But the point of the roots everywhere is from, back to music, We Came as Romans, tracing back the roots, which is a very deep song to me. And then I even thought about having maybe like on my hand or on my wrist at the very bottom, having a fucking seed pretty much cracking where the roots are coming out of. A callback to the title track from To Plant a Seed. Also a very deep meaning song to me. Almost the majority of my other tattoos throughout my body are also all based on songs. Like I said, I'm a music fanatic, and music to me has more impact than anything.
Yeah. No, and you can even ask my buddy Ikrain, the guy that we play with often. I'm always sending him music. Literally, I'm like, this song hits, and I'll send it to him, and he'll be like, and we've had conversations too, and he's like, I wish I could listen to music the way that you do, because the way I see it, you send me these songs, and you're feeling the song.
I feel it. I legitimately feel the music. Like, music. Hell, you could take almost music and put it in the realm of religions. Honestly,
yeah.
Like if you see like the gatherings that these concerts can have, and the effects it can have on people's lives, and the way it can change people for the better. Like music, to me, almost belongs in the realm of religion.
Yep.
So, well, maybe not religion. I hate the word religion, but belief.
Yeah.
So even my ex, she finally started realizing how much I actually communicate using music, and how much I actually use music a lot to communicate. That's one of my main ways of communicating with people is, hey, listen to this song. And most of the time when I send people a song, it's not like, oh, this song's a headbanger, you'll enjoy the beat. No, it's mostly me trying to say something to that person. Like, listen to this. This is me pretty much talking to you.
Yeah, no. There's actually a really funny instance of that for me. So, I communicate through music as well. So what I'm listening to is how I'm feeling.
Entirely.
And my lady at the time, Mariposa, she knew that too. Okay. Because I would always like play her music, and my music around her was just like upbeat and cheery, and all smiles and well, what you can get with smiles and metal at that time.
Yep.
So there's one time I just got Stacy's mom stuck in my head. I don't know what about it. It was just like, Stacy's mom has got it going on. So one day, as a joke, I was like, Mariposa's mom has got it going on. And I don't know why, I just kept repeating it in my head, and it was fucking hilarious. So I was repeating it out loud, not really like noticing that I'm repeating it out loud. And she's like, "Do you have a thing for my mom? If you do, we're gonna have to break up." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Well, you're saying this over and over." And I'm like, "Oh no, it's just Stacy's mom has got it going on." It's funny to me.
Yeah. So I gotta ask, would you call this girl your like first love, like first major serious love?
Yeah.
What a fucking trip. Because you want to know what I called my first love?
Huh.
Butterfly.
No fucking way.
So the reason I called her that, so this is at the time, peak of my life right here. I was living in fucking Laguna Beach. I was going to fucking college to become a programmer. Yes, I was that nerd. I was also living my dream of racing dirt bikes. Like, I had it fucking going on. Shout back to Stacy's mom, but I was the best time of my life. And I did desert racing. The way that works is it's not a set track. You know, there's multiple teams. Everyone has their own technical, like MC, but not motorcycle gangs.
Yeah, of course.
And the way the race works, a team hosts a race. That team goes out in the desert following, already made trails. We don't cut up the fucking desert and make our own trails. But what we do, we go out and we basically mark, like, in the bushes, we hang, like, ribbons, and we'll put, like, signs with arrows, like, follow this, go to this trail, don't turn this way. You pretty much set up the trail in the desert. Well, it was my team's race. We had already got the track all set up. I was put in charge of a checkpoint, like, literally, there was tons of checkpoints because you have to go through them. They normally give you a little sticker on the front of your fender of your dirt bike. And, when you hit a checkpoint, we mark that sticker, showing you didn't cheat, cut a corner, skip track, shit like that. My checkpoint was literally, like, way out in the fucking desert away from the start line and where camp was and shit. I got teamed up with this other dude. We were new to the team, so I didn't really know him much. I'm like, all right, cool, we're going to run this checkpoint together. Next thing I know, in one of them old-school bathtub-looking doom buggies, this big motherfucker comes rolling up to the checkpoint. Race hadn't really started yet, we're kind of getting ready and set up and all that. And gets out, apparently, the dude I'm working with, it's his brother. And then this freaking girl steps out of that doom buggy. I'll never forget, wearing a too large for her Superman t-shirt, which my first thought was, damn, I hate Superman. And I remember just looking at her and, like, literally the fucking hot-ass freaking Mojave Desert and just, like, without even thinking, like, I'm just like, wow. Just looking at her, they're talking and all that. I'm not really paying attention. I'm just lost, fucking staring pretty much this girl down. They get back in the fucking buggy and leave. And I didn't even think about it. I just go, like, man, that girl was beautiful. And the fucking dude next to me, that was my niece. I was like, oh, my bad, like, very beautiful. And like, And I took hints of that and, like, okay, whatever. Race goes on. We go back to camp. Come to find out, their fucking campsite's right next to mine.
Oh, hell yeah.
I see her over there, I'm like, I'd never really cared about chicks at the time. I spent most of my, like, junior high years chasing girls, so by high school and, like, that time, late high school, because I was, like, 19 when we met, so I was already graduated. I didn't spend that time chasing chicks. I didn't give a fuck. I was too busy living my fucking paradise. So, very timid with girls during that time, or mostly just not a fuck given, really. So I couldn't build the courage to go over to her campsite, and say hi. Like, I think, I didn't know what to say. So I'm just sitting there. Next thing I know, someone from that campsite comes over. And they're like, hey, we're going on a big ride. You want to join? And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. I go over, get my gear on, trying to get my bike started. My fucking bike wouldn't start. So I took my mom's bike, which was a lot smaller than mine. But I said, fuck it, I got to go on this ride. Yep. This is my chance to, get in there with her. Go on a ride and... I'll never forget, too, because she straight fucking fell and bashed her face on the ride and busted her fucking lip open. Girl rode a 450.
Shit.
And was literally only, like, 5'1". Girl rode a big fucking bike. It was great. But I remember, too, like, real back, she's on the ground, like, kind of, like, fucking trying to cover her face. You could, at the time, I couldn't tell, but she was super embarrassed by it. Yep. I guess she was checking me out, too, and we talked about it later on in our relationship. But, we got back to camp and all that, and, like, I ended up, I'll never forget, because, like, I finally built the courage. I walked over to her. She's sitting at camp with, like, a rag, because her lip was still bleeding and shit. And I walk over and just go, how's your face? And then I made the worst joke ever. I asked her if she wanted a beer, and she goes, what? I'm like, it's made with root, and I handed her a fucking root beer. Cheesiest fucking joke ever. We ended up talking that whole night and all that. The night goes by. Next day, race is done where everyone's packing up camp and all that. And I see her. They're literally got their trailer already hooked up, and they're in the truck getting ready to drive away. And luckily, I was able to build the courage to run over while she's sitting in the truck and ask for her phone number. But it's the reason I called her Butterfly was because to me it was like a butterfly effect thing. Like, there was so many things that lined up so perfectly that any little thing could have made it to where we didn't meet.
Yep.
Because, like I said, we had just joined. We had left our old crew because they were a bunch of drunk fuckers. So we ended up leaving that crew, just joined this new race team. Just so happened out of all, I think there's like fucking 10-something checkpoints in the race, somehow get teamed up with him at that checkpoint to also somehow have our camps fucking next to each other. I think her uncle's the one who technically invited me on that race. I think it was his idea. But it was that, like, literally to me, it was the whole, like, butterfly effect. Like, anything could have changed where we would have never met.
Yeah.
So, hence why I called her that. I think that's funny. Both of our first serious loves were nicknamed Butterfly.
Yeah, no, it's actually really fucking funny too. So we met. Our first time meeting was on a school bus, and we were going to our 8th grade. We're going to our middle school, and I hear a conversation. Oh, I just went to go see Asking Alexandria. And I was just, in my mind, I was like, I love that band. Like, super loud. And they're like, we do too. And that was it. That was our whole interaction.
Okay.
So the next year, during my freshman year, we had a similar class. It was computer class. So during that whole first week, we were doing a computer project, like a PowerPoint.
Gotcha.
That's what it was. A fucking PowerPoint.
Okay.
It's been so long.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know, right? We don't use a PowerPoint anymore, but
So we were doing PowerPoints, and we were just doing a whole PowerPoint on ourselves and what we do, what we like to do. And at that time, I was going to a lot of concerts. So I was right here like, I love going to concerts. I love this band, this band, this band. I like this artist, this artist, this artist, this artist. And at the end, because I wasn't paying attention to anyone.
obviously.
Like, I was just doing my own shit too.
Mm-hmm.
And after the class is done, she's like, hey, we both like the same bands. We should hang out. Or you should walk me home.
Oh, okay.
So that day, I was like, whatever, and just walked home.
Yeah.
And then the next day, she was like, I was waiting for you. Where were you? I was like, oh, shit.
This girl's over here making the moves on you.
Yeah, I didn't know she was serious either.
Yeah.
So she's like, where were you? I was like, I didn't see you guys, so I just decided to walk home. She's like, okay, well, we'll be waiting at this door for you. It was her and another girl that I had walked home, Shay.
Okay.
So, Shaquana. The chillest black lady you'll ever meet.
Oh, yeah.
Shaquana. She was a character. She was funny. So, I walked her home, and from there, we literally were just joined.
Inseparable.
Yeah. Well, at least that's how I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So, the reason I called her Butterfly is because I was very into butterflies.
You didn't call her Butterfly.
Well, Mariposa.
There you go.
The reason I called her Mariposa is because I was really into butterflies at the time and just the detail in their wings and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it's always been a big dream of mine to just get a camera and just capture.
You know, this is the part where most people, I'm sure everyone's assuming that I'm like going to be saying like, ah, bag, all that. No, I'm fully, I love nature, and butterflies, like I said, they are amazing creatures.
Yeah, no, so I was super into butterflies, and
You get a butterfly tattoo.
no. No, I don't think I would have been as attracted to her. I hate butterfly tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm saying you should get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a beautiful, beautiful girl.
So yeah, so that's why I called her Mariposa.
Okay.
Because she was like the most beautiful person I've ever met. Like soul and looks, everything, man.
Let me guess. And now, like every girl you look for, you try to compare to that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep, I'm the
That's
same.
that's why my relationships have failed.
Same.
Like, so
It's hard, dude. Like when you experience, like, a lot of young people do think that, oh yeah, no, I experienced true love. The majority of them are full of shit.
yeah,
I was not. I literally like had my whole life planned out in my fucking conscience with this girl. Like I literally left the fucking beach to go live in a fucking trailer park in the desert just so I could be closer to this girl. Like I was in love.
you know what's actually really crazy is I could have stayed in Ohio.
Yeah.
Like, I had my when we moved, I had my own thing going. I was in the streets. I was sadly slinging
Fucking cholo.
pretty much, and I could have stayed there and made my living and done that,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't. And we even talked about it too. Like, hey, you should just come down with us. Like, why not?
It's so funny because here's where ours are different. So the reason I end up having to, like, either way I was gonna have to move out. Like my mom and the man she was with at the time were going through shit. They separated. She was moving to Sac with her friend, and I literally had so many of my friends telling me, "Oh, dude, just come live with me," or we'll get a place here together.
Yeah.
Like everyone trying to tell me to basically stay living in the fucking beach, and I'm like, "No, I want to be closer to my butterfly."
Yeah.
Like even though we were only 3 hours, because like the majority 2 years of our relationship was 3 hours apart.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, never in my life have I been able to sit on the phone for 4, fucking 5, 6 hours straight having conversations. Me and this girl literally had a conversation about hats for over an hour.
Yeah.
I can't even like think about how that's even possible now this day. But so it's just so funny how like we're opposite. You were trying to like convince yourself to stay there with her, and I straight dished all my friends to go with her.
Yeah, no, and it wasn't just her either.
Well, yeah,
Like,
I mean, you had other family, I'm sure, and friends.
yeah,
and,
like my friend group at that time was even
Blood.
tighter than
Yep.
what we have with our friend group. Like, our friend group is a little bit scattered, but we were literally with each other basically 24/7.
That was me and my brothers in freaking throughout all of high school and graduate. Even after graduation, like there was literally the three of us, and we were inseparable. Like you said, fucking brothers not bonded by blood.
Yeah. So it wasn't just her, and going back to wow, we went down a rabbit hole, man. Going back to her. So even to this day, like just seeing her picture fills me with like,
Joy.
yeah. And it's a shame because our chemistry was like notable. I
Mhm.
even had a conversation with her mom like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it was just out of nowhere. I saw her mom had called me, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't talked to you since I moved."
Yeah.
So I call her back, and we had like a 7-hour conversation, and her mom was like, I've never seen her happier than when she was with you. And you could literally feel your guys's
Yeah.
connection.
No, it was the same for us too. Like after, and I get it. Like she ended up hitting a rough patch in life. Like, and I understand now why she did what she did, because she's the one that ended it. And I get that, but it's funny because after she had left me, me and her mom were already close. I got along with them and all that. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, we do love you. You think you were the best thing for her. Like, hopefully it works out." 'Cause the whole point was just to take a time break.
Yeah.
Even her own dad, like, which obviously, we butted heads a lot. But even he was like, yeah, if you ever need anything, fucking call me up,
Yeah.
Even the day I got in my car accident, I think I got in my car accident 1 week after we had separated, and her dad and sister literally drove to the hospital to pick me up.
Damn.
Issue is, I was already on the bus on my way home because I didn't think anyone was coming for me. But then they called me like, hey, because my first reaction after that car accident was I picked up and called her immediately because I was already heartbroken from her. I just got smashed fucking straight on, airbag and glass everywhere. Like, I thought I was done, so I fucking panicked, called her first immediately. So she obviously told her family and all that, and like I said, they came to the hospital, but by the time I'd already left and was on the bus home. But they called me like, where are you at? Like, we came to get you, and I'm like, I'm already on the bus home. But that phone call meant a lot. Like, I didn't fuck up.
Yeah.
Which is most of the time in my life is I'm the fuck up. It's just good to know I wasn't the one who fucked everything up. But obviously, like I said, we obviously had notable chemistry for our own family. Like, even the dad who, I took his fucking daughter's virginity, even him to be there still for me through it was very touching.
Yeah. And man, like, just to hear that from her mom, of all places, like, her mom, I was like, wow, so everything that was going on in my head is validated.
Yep.
And it's weird because I hold her in such high esteem, but I'm also now I'm not in love with her anymore. Does that make sense?
No, that entirely makes sense.
Like, I love her, like, to the depth of my core, but I know
you're no longer in love.
Yeah.
No, that fully makes sense because, like I said, after she left me, like I said, not gonna lie, that's when my life really started going downhill. Partially my fault. I also fucked up any chance of us getting back together. That was my bad later on.
Yep, I remember the story.
All that shit went downhill. Definitely went through the hate phase,
Yeah.
But now being a lot older and mature, like, literally there will always be a piece of her in my heart. Like you said, I'm no longer in love, but yet there's still a part of me that does. I still love her. I hope the best for her in life. I hope she truly did find happiness, and I do, from the bottom of my heart, hope her the best of life.
Yeah, me too, man.
Like, would I ever get back with her? No. Even after all this time, like, I say that, but deep down, I'd probably fucking drop the earth for her if she ever called me back again. But that ship has fucking sailed. It's been a fucking decade. So, but I do hope her the best in life. But you want to know how much of an influence this girl had on my taste of women? I was never into girl with glasses.
Really?
And you know now.
Yeah.
You know me as the fucker whose biggest weakness is
glasses. Yep.
It's because of her. I never cared for a girl with glasses. Never was a thing for me. But because of her. Dude, also, that's why I also fell in love with short girls. I didn't used to like short girls. I liked fucking taller women. I was a big guy. I wanted to at least be a little bit taller, you know? Nope. You know me now. I'm all about fucking shorties.
Yep.
Like, my entire taste in women fucking changed after falling in love with her. And like I said, call it fucked up. Again, that's probably why I'm alone and why I can't have a successful relationship. But it's because the first relationship I had in my life was so great that I will not settle for anything less. Mm-hmm. I need someone who can, I'm not looking for an exact copy of her, but I have that history to go off of, like, where I need someone who I can sit and just have conversations for hours about. Someone who can make me laugh, who could fucking knows all my weaknesses, can, like, literally everything, not just look-wise. Obviously, like I said, I'm a sucker for shorties and glasses now. But just always looking back to those 4-hour, 5-hour phone calls every night, fucking always, and every conversation seemed like a new one,
Yeah.
And I don't care if you want to throw it in with shallow or whatever, like, oh, you shouldn't compare girls. Like, well, I'm not comparing girls.
Yeah,
I'm comparing the relationship I had. And so far throughout, I mean, shit, I've never been the dating type to go out and try to find girls. I do my thing, they fall in my path. Mm-hmm. I've only had, like, 4 women that I would consider even, like, that I dated and were my girlfriends. That's how little I get out. And truthfully, only one of them had that same chemistry with. Mm-hmm. Problem is, she was a lesbian, decided to use me as an experiment to see if she could get with dudes, knowing that I already had feelings for her because we were friends, and I had confessed my feelings just because I had to get off my chest. We were neighbors, is how we met. Like, we became super close friends, and literally there was one day, and she even had a girlfriend at the time, but I had to get it off my chest. I had to tell her, look, I love you. Like, everything about you, I know it's never going to happen, but I got to tell you this, and hopefully, we'll still be friends. And we were. Nothing happened with it. We ended up moving away, went like a year or two without talking, and then she hit me up, and we started talking, and next thing I know, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why does it seem like I'm like she's flirting with me? Like, nah, man, this girl's just fucking, she's lesbian. She don't want me.
Yeah.
Sure enough, we ended up hooking up and actually getting together and shit. But then, apparently, when your dick is so small and bad that you send her back to being lesbian. Yeah, her reasoning was it just too uncomfortable. I'm like, God damn, my dick's that bad, huh? So one of my buddies, he's like, nah, man, your dick game's so good she couldn't take it. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate
the
that.
savior.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate that, but I know bullshit when I hear you just trying to cheer me up.
You gave her that dick so good she went back to women.
Just couldn't take it no more. But obviously, probably safe assumption, past trauma. Most how lesbians are fucking made. You'll never change my mind on that they are made, not born that way. And just, couldn't handle being with a dude. Yeah. But that was the only other one to ever have that chemistry with. And fuck the whole say, well, opposites attract and it only works out for opposites. Nah, fuck no. I've tried that twice. I ain't ever going to do that again. I need that fucking similarity and connection. Like, I don't want to just sit here and like...
And it's stressful to see you stressed out, man. Like shit.
I don't handle stress well.
Yeah.
That's why I'm already addicted to fucking nicotine as it is, and that shit was
nicotine, caffeine,
fucking porn. Nah, I don't have a porn addiction. Never understood how dudes can actually get a porn addiction. Like, I've met some guys who straight like ruin their relationships because they'd rather watch porn than fuck their woman.
Yeah, no.
Like, that will never make sense to me. Don't get me wrong. I watch porn every fucking night and jack off and all that, but the second I'm in a relationship getting real pussy, buy porn, I have no need for you. I don't get how dudes, when they have full access to a woman, would then continue to watch porn.
I don't get it either, man. Like,
to me,
for me, I get so like into the person that I'm like,
not
I
even
don't
another
need
woman is on my fucking radar at that point. Because I'm the type that like, I guess you could say, like, going back to a Bullet for Valentine song, the harder the heart, the harder it breaks. But it's because, like, guys like us who literally have fucking walls and chains wrapped around and don't let people in easily, when we fall, we fall hard for people. So, and like I said, nothing else is on my radar. My only assumption on why fuckers get addicted to porn is they view it, they can't separate reality from fiction. Because I don't know about you, but I mean, I'm sure you know, porn is complete fucking fiction.
Yeah, of course.
You're never going to get something like that unless you go pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, and I think those fuckers just fall in like, well, like,
oh, look at this.
They do this. How come you don't do that? Well, because she's real.
She's being paid to do that.
Yeah,
like,
she's a fucking actress who sure as hell ain't actually orgasming that fucking hard.
Yeah.
And is acting. Like, this is a real woman. So, and that's my only assumption on why dudes get addicted to porn is they try to basically compare it to reality in their actual sex life, and I think that's why it fails.
And I'm being entirely serious. So I had a fling that was being super obnoxious, like loud, like super obnoxiously loud. I'm like, you don't have to do that for me, right? Like, I'm not.
Oh, she was purposely fucking being loud about it.
Yeah, and I even like stopped. I'm like, you don't have to do that for me, right? Like, I'm okay with just you being yourself.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, okay. And she was more quiet, more like
actual feeling
into
real.
It, you know?
Yeah. Like my thing too is like I always call them out on it. And I try, but apparently it just seems like I somehow end up just with fucking loud girls. Like, I've even had to fucking put my hand over them. Like, would you stop? You're not that fucking, I'm not that good. And they're straight up like, I literally, I'm holding my hand over their mouth, and they literally, I could figure out, like, oh, wow, she's actually not acting.
Yeah.
Just like every girl I've ever been with, like, because, I know I have a small dick. I'm a white guy. My dick's tiny. But according to all them, I'm like, I don't need fluffing. You're full of shit. And they're like, no, I swear. Part of me can't help but I guess have to believe that, considering, you know, two girls that I've left continuously then called me afterwards to get fucked because apparently, like, their fucking one night stands just couldn't, I guess, compete or some shit. I still think it's all a lie and bullshit. You'll never fluff me up like that. But there's a tiny part of me that's like, maybe they're not lying.
No, I mean, you know, I'm not a stranger. I've seen your cock. You're well endowed.
This is true.
No, you got
We have no
decent.
shame.
You got decent length. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but never am I going to convince myself that.
Once
To
you
me,
convince yourself that,
to me,
that's
I'll
where
always-
your dick game gets bad.
Yeah, to me, I will always be small. Plus,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you got a baby
the
cock.
size of my hands, you know, it seems small when I hold it.
Yeah, but think about it. 5'1".
No, there's no homo here. We just are very comfortable with our fucking bodies and
Yeah.
have, you know, drank a lot and ended up fucking free.
Yeah, I mean, we literally have a pissing tree.
Yeah.
So we have a
I
pissing
love the
tree.
pea tree. Well, there was also that one time. God damn, I don't think I've ever been so relaxed and like one with nature than that day that the four of us got fucking drunk in the river that day.
Yep.
Like, so hot summer night, fucking beautiful sky. The river wasn't even fucking cold. It was glorious, and we're fucking slamming. We had a whole bottle of Malibu and
Yep.
shit. And there's four of us, and we're drunk as shit. We didn't have swim trunks. The whole point was just to let's go sit by the river and have a few drinks for the night, and then we'll
Yep.
go home. No, man, we end up getting wasted, sitting in the river in boxers and shit, and just like laying there. I was the first one because I don't know, I've always been fucking free. I don't give a shit what people see. Straight took mine off and fucking threw them on the shore. Said, I don't need these. It's dark and I'm gonna fucking be one with nature, and just laid there floating naked in the river. Next thing I know, fucking everyone else is chucking theirs on. Then we're all fucking, I remember we were laying all on our backs, fucking like arms length and
Yep.
shit. And just fucking all four of us just chilling, just like, oh, this is beautiful.
And it was.
Oh, dude, it was glorious. The stars, the fucking liquor, the water, like everything.
Yeah,
was just,
man.
I literally felt like I was one with nature, just floating there, just
Yep. And then there was that little section where the river was like really strong.
Yeah.
Just that little section, that little small section where it would just like pull you super hard, and then you move a little bit to the left
And
or
it's calm
right,
water
and
again.
it's calm water.
Yeah, that was
So fun.
dude. You realize it's been like 2 years since we've hit the river, right?
It's only been like a year. The jumping rock,
Yeah.
it's been like 2 years.
Shit, Jump Rock's been 2020.
Seriously?
Yeah,
There's no way it couldn't have been that long.
it was. Yep.
Yeah, no. Well, for me, once you guys showed me the jumping rock, it's literally on my way back from work, so I'd stop there every day, jump off, swim for like 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
get back in my car, hop on the highway, and go home.
I mean, that's what me and fucking freaking AJ used to do, man. We every day, because he was working with me and shit, and I picked him up every day. We literally would stop at that fucking rock every day, fucking boing.
Yep.
It was great. But yeah, no, I think because it's definitely been over a year now, because that fence got put up in 22, and we never went there to chop the fence down.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they always rebuild the fence like every year, and then people cut it down.
oh yeah, they're never gonna stop us from jumping off that bitch. But yeah, no, this summer I was too busy running around. You know, the like 2 trips to Utah and the fucking trip to Wisconsin. Like I was all over the place this summer,
Yeah.
so didn't really get to enjoy the local water here. But you know, next summer for sure, because it's definitely too damn cold now to go hitting that river.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
you love
even
the
for-
cold, but
I
dude,
like the cold, but
that's straight fucking overflow from the mountains that are now getting snowed on, and it's only freaking 20 degrees outside.
you know,
That water is way too, like, literally you'll just go into fucking shock and probably get dragged away.
yeah. No, I've swam in really cold water.
I mean, I have too. It's called fucking Tahoe. I've been up there, took a couple trips to Tahoe before, and damn, that was still like one of the most beautiful lakes ever. The water's so clear, but it never warms up.
Yeah.
My first time ever getting hypothermia was because I was snorkeling in that bitch, not paying attention to the 2 hours I spent in there straight, and literally got fucking hypothermia.
Well, for me, I've always had a little bit of meat on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, The coldest I've ever swam in was Tahoe during the winter.
That's pretty fucking cold.
And
But at the same time, Tahoe's actually warmer than the river is.
yeah.
Because downstream from all that and everything, it technically, gets colder flowing through everything. Because technically, believe it or not, it's actually colder down here than up in the hill. During winter, it's actually warmer up there than it is where we are.
Yeah. And that's the reason the water's so cold. Because you're right there baking in the sun, like 99 degrees.
Oh, it doesn't get that hot in Tahoe.
Pretty sure it does. Like during August, when I usually go during August, it gets that hot.
Maybe. The first time I ever got sunburnt was up there, too. Because, like I said, I grew up in the Mojave Desert where, it's 115 damn near year round. Never wore fucking sunscreen, never wore a t-shirt. Like, I could handle that baking heat, no problem. So first time I ever went up to Tahoe, no one mentioned, nor did I pay attention to the elevation. That fucker's way up there.
Yeah,
And I thought, shit, it was like 80 degrees, and like, oh, what a nice day. I literally got so fucking sunburned, I had to call out of work for 2 days because I couldn't even get my clothes on.
damn, that bad?
I didn't realize, because I said I grew up in the burning fucking sun and never got burnt, but that was lower level. I didn't pay attention to the higher elevation, though not as hot, much closer to the sun.
It's basically a whole ass mountain.
Yeah.
Like,
and you're much closer to the sun, so I got fucking roasted, dude. I remember just having to lay here fucking rubbing aloe vera, pretty much filling the bathtub with aloe vera, sitting in that shit, just like,
yeah, man.
Holy shit, this is the longest episode we've done. 2.5 hours, I think that says.
Let's keep going.
Oh,
fuck it. Fuck it. If
I
you
don't think there's hell no, there's not a limit on YouTube, man. I see fucking like videos like those like sleep better night video shits, man. Those go for like 13 hours.
Is there a limit on
Newgrounds?
Newgrounds?
I don't know. I actually didn't post the last one to Newgrounds. I'm locked out right now for copyright, they said, because I tried to upload. So for our D&W wrestling that we do, right? I had made a theme song on this software through Microsoft called Music Maker Jam. And I had made us a really cool theme, pretty much our opening theme song to like the wrestling night, like, because if you ever watch like WWE, they always have like the big intro song and videos. So I made it, and I was really proud of it. It's a really good song. So I tried to upload it to Newgrounds, not realizing apparently, and it even popped up like, oh, we're sensing a lot of similarities to these two songs for copyright and shit. And I can't figure out, because I tried to upload the episode, and it's like, can't upload until this copyright issue is taken care of. And I can't figure out how to undo that copyright issue. Because I tried to just like delete the song. I'm like, well, okay, I guess maybe I just won't upload it here. I tried to delete it, and like, I'm still getting the message. So I just need to take the time to sit down, probably read through the shit and what it's saying I need to do to clear this up so I can start uploading again. But that's why the new ones are on YouTube, which, I mean, is okay, considering YouTube, we actually already have 300 subscribers, thanks to my old videos and all the other things we've done through my Mad Minds channel. So, because we're definitely getting a lot more listens on YouTube than we are on Newgrounds, considering, and I know that Newgrounds is still the fucking underdog, always has been the underdog, and I love them for that, because they refuse to sell out.
Yep.
I doubt even the majority of the young people nowadays, not that young people should be listening to this, but the majority of people these days don't even know what the hell Newgrounds even is.
Oh, and mind you, so the copyright issue on Newgrounds is they don't allow content that's already been put out on mass media.
Yeah. They only accept personal made shit. Like, you can't even do like anime music videos. And can't even go on.
That's why I love Newgrounds.
I do.
Too.
They are fully like,
because
no, you have to make the shit yourself.
Everything that you have posted or are posting is made by you, and if it's not made by you, you're not posting it.
Yeah. There's no, like, just like going all the way back to our TikTok thing with people copying and just like voice slipping to shit, and like Newgrounds will not accept any of that. You can't like, oh, I found this really cool animation online, I'm gonna fucking copy it and post it to Newgrounds. I guess fuck you, you ain't posting it. You didn't make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Only the shit you make you can post, and I love them for that. And also, there's still zero fucking ads.
Yeah.
They refuse to sell out. They are fully independent, and they say they're going to stay that way.
No, dude, and it's good.
So yeah, I just need to, maybe if I have to, I'll contact, like, I'm sure there's some kind of customer service fucking thing I can contact and tell them, my bad, I made this with this software on Microsoft. I wasn't intending to copy someone. Can we just remove that so I can continue to upload my actual creations?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to figure that out, but
all in due time.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's also, we're getting way more listens on YouTube as well because we already have the subscribers compared to the Newgrounds where I'm a nobody compared to the creators who have been there since the fucking dawn of Newgrounds.
Yeah.
So, but either way, I also do want to start looking into, cause like you said, I mean, shit, your sister said she's got stuff on Spotify, so there's no reason we can't get ours up.
Yeah.
So I've also been trying to do some research on how to get uploaded onto them. Can't say I'll never upload to Apple Music, but I don't intend to because I despise Apple. But, I guess that'd be cutting off a big fan base if we do end up growing.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm okay with the YouTube.
Well, how about sponsoring us, Apple, and then maybe we'll upload to yours.
Maybe free shit will make me actually like Apple for once. Considering I haven't liked you since you quit the iPod.
Yeah, that sucked.
Big time. Still have mine. Love my iPod Nano.
Oh, yeah.
But ever since that shit, I'm like, yep, you can suck at Apple. But I did just get a killer deal at fucking my new Samsung. I love this new phone. Finally got me a new phone, man. Yeah. I've never bought a new phone. All my phones my entire life are outdated, refurbished, fucked up phones that I've paid fucking $50 to $100 for. And now I became one of them fuckers and literally went and got me the brand new Samsung Galaxy Ultra or 23 Ultra.
23, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm on?
Huh.
S8.
Damn, so I was already ahead of you with my old phone. I had the S9.
Yeah, no, so I got this for like $50.
Yeah, I think my S9 I paid $100 and had that fucker for like 3 years.
I've had this one going on, God, I want to say 4 years? Because I got it when I first started coming around, so like 4 years ago.
Yeah, the reason I'd already realized I need to get a new phone because now I'm using my phone a lot for work because nowadays, blueprints and all that are digital, so I have to get on my phone and look at them. And the battery of my S9 was not surviving the 8 hours of the day. I couldn't. It kept fucking dying out, and I can't stand having to drive home without music. Not that I ever would, considering I literally have a USB in my fucking truck along with I still have my fucking CD case that sits in my truck too for backup in case I lose service. I will never drive without music on. So I have my backup, but it still was annoying my phone being dead and couldn't throw on, the song I had in my head on the way home. That rhymed, didn't mean for it to. So I realized I need to get a new phone for work and all this, and it was Black Friday. I said, fuck it, let's go see what they offer. And I literally walked out with a new phone, brand new watch, new tablet, security cameras, GPS trackers, internet.
Yep.
I went ham.
UN Muffins.
Yeah. Which also fucking hilarious because Muffins was on the same day, zero communication with each other, went to Verizon to get a new phone because they were offering, if you sign up, get a new phone, you get free watch and tablet. So he literally walked out, and me and this motherfucker, without any communication, walked out of our stores with the exact same phone, the same watch, and only like one generational difference between our tablets.
That's fucking hilarious.
And I almost got the exact tablet he did, but they didn't have it in stock. It would have had to been shipped to me, and I said, nah, I want one now. So I just picked the one they had in stock. Otherwise, we would have ended up walking away with the exact same shit.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh, man.
Well, fucking crazy. But, yeah, no, I enjoy it. I didn't even know that this fucker had a built-in stylus until Muffin showed me. I was like, oh, wait, seriously? I'm like, oh, cool. I actually use the shit out of this because what's great about it is, like I said, it allows me, I can just basically screenshot things and write on the screen, which has been a big help for my job because I can just screenshot the fucking blueprints on the job too, and like the ones I'm looking at, and then literally go and write down my own notes and shit for my guys and go
Fuck
show
yeah.
them. And then I can basically...
It makes it easy,
Yeah,
man.
I can
Hell
add
yeah.
my own notes because, most people don't know how to read prints. Most of the guys are there just to build shit. They screw it together, they build it. They know how it's built when they're told, like, yeah, I needed this type of wall, this here, built here. They get that.
That's your job.
Yeah, they can't look at the prints, though, and figure out all this goes here, so...
Yeah.
I go on, I take my little stylus, I write, yep, okay, this one, and then I'll fucking literally send it to them, and they're like, got it. Or I'll have it laid on the ground, but then I send it to them, so... Yeah, no, it's definitely been a big help for my job, so which is great. Plus, it's also, like, large, which I'm sure most people would actually, like, have a hard time. This is perfect for my hand.
Yeah.
So, it's a nice phone in my hand. It's not all tiny and shit. But I enjoy it. Just a little disappointed in their internet service. I need to have a talk with them and see if they have a better speed, because this shit is not keeping up with my gaming.
Oh, man.
Shit's lagging, man. I can't even handle Killing Floor 2, and that's a PS4 game.
Damn.
Ooh, speaking of fucking games, have you seen the images yet?
4?
GTA 6. They finally been showing shit.
Have they?
Yep. I'm not getting my hopes up yet. Still a long way out. I'm sure it's going to be a disappointment off the bat. But there's finally some fucking... We can see the end of the fucking tunnel finally. It's a far away.
GTA 5. Oh, man.
But it seems like after transporting 3 generations of console, GTA 5 will finally be put down. Which is a little bit of a bummer for me.
Just wait. They're going to remaster it for the next gen, too.
Oh, fuck.
Just like Skyrim.
My only thing is when GTA 6 comes out, all I can hope for is that, because I'm sure there's going to be a new GTA Online, because we all know that's what kept the game alive. It's not the fucking story of GTA 5 that kept it through 3 generations. It's the online. I just hope that in some way I get refunded. All like in GTA 6 Online, make it to where like, oh yeah, we see you basically had this much money, you spent fucking this much money buying cars and property and all this.
Yep.
Here's a huge chunk of cash to start GTA 6 off with because of how much you worked and dedicated yourself to 5.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you actually grinded for your shit.
I grinded that game for hours. Truthfully, I did buy 1 shark card, though. When the MC Motorcycle Club thing came out, I wasn't going to waste the time of grinding to get the fucking couple million I needed to start an MC. I wanted that shit now.
Yep.
And that was the only time I bought a shark card.
And that's fine. The one time in 3 generations of gaming.
I grinded that shit. I own almost everything. So I really just hope that come the next game for all of us who actually grinded and had basically a fuck ton of money spent on cars and selling said car, buying new cars, all the apartments, the fucking everything that we spent money on, they'll be like, here's a fucking huge amount of fucking, here's 100 fucking million. Yeah, that's an understatement compared to the amount I spent on shit. Fuck. To start you off in GTA 6. That way, you're not fucking just some punk out of prison immediately starting off the game. Because that's how 5 was. You just got out released, and now you build your empire as pretty much a fucking gangster.
Yep.
So hopefully they're like, you are an OG.
Yeah, hopefully.
Here's a fuck ton of money and some cars to start you off in this one.
No, I think the one thing that kind of killed it for me was, at least GTA 5 Online, was the fact that when I overhauled all my data to PS5, my PS4 shit was gone.
Yeah, I didn't read that detail enough, which really bummed me out because I still have some buddies on PS4 who I can't play with anymore.
Yep, exactly.
But the majority of us are all on PS5 now. I've actually been debating on picking that back up here.
Honestly, now we are.
Yeah, but at that time,
when we first got it, when we first got our PS5s,
I was the first one to make the jump.
Yeah, you're the first one to make jump. I was the third next to Muffins.
Yep.
And Muffins was like, I'm not going over to PS5. I'm going to buy a new one. Or something like that. I can't remember what he did.
Yeah.
Because he would have lost all his shit for PS4.
Well, it literally got to the point where what I did was, because Rigby, Anime, and a couple of my other friends were still on 4, I literally went online, bought a bought a hacked account that had a fuck ton of money and everything, a PS4 account, so I could play with my friends still without being dirt poor again.
Hell yeah.
So that was at least cool. I was able to at least still enjoy playing with them until they migrated to 5. So it's been a while. I've actually been wanting to get back on the game. Think about maybe hitting everyone up, maybe have a fucking night. We all get back on and have some fun on GTA before it'll be the final fucking day or whatever before fucking the servers get shut down.
Yeah, no, that'd be really cool.
And I wouldn't mind getting back into it again. Like I said, I still to this day, the majority of my time in that game was literally spent just sitting in cars, driving up the mountain. Like fucking literally, it was a virtual hangout for me.
Yeah, for me, it was the holiday events.
Oh yeah,
the holiday events can be coming back.
Halloween this year, I still went back on. It was great.
Yep.
But yeah, to me, the game, because like I said, that's where I met I call him my best gamer friend because I've never met him in real life. Anime. It was like I said to me, it was a place where me and him could get online and fucking actually hang out. Since we lived fucking across the country from each other and shit. So, and the same with Rigby back when he lived all the way in Arizona, and it was just a great spot. We all got together and could hang out. So, but now anime's never on fucking line. Breaks my heart. Rigby lives here, so he's not fucking on the game anymore. We just hang out in person.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our group who was doing the LAN parties and all that are all doing their own shit now. You're too busy still fucking sucking the dick of Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally thought about getting Elden Ring and buying it just to get your ass off fucking Baldur's Gate.
Do it, and I'll play it with you.
Just something that I can play with you because you're stuck over here on this fucking single-player Baldur's Gate and
it's
won't
not
put it
single
down.
player, bro. You could play with up to 4 people.
Why are you just now telling me this, bro?
I told you this a long ass time ago.
Well, you talk a lot about Baldur's Gate, so I tend to zone it out at this point.
Yeah, no, I told you that a long ass time ago.
Oh, fine. Maybe I'll think about it.
It's basically playing D&D online, okay?
I mean, we are getting into winter, so I have been wanting to get back into D&D again. I dropped it all for the summertime, but I have been debating on hitting up fucking Jay and seeing if I can get back into his game.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking of dropping it.
Well,
at least with my current group.
Well, and that's me. I'm waiting for Jobo to finally pick up and do his own game. And I know he did his little test play and all that. But I already know I have a secure spot in his next camp. When he finally decides to do a full-on campaign as the DM, that'll be when I get back into it. So hopefully soon.
Yeah, I have a secure spot on his as well. Like, we've all talked about it. But the campaign I'm currently in, the DM keeps canceling.
Oh, Jay?
No.
No?
New Gobo.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm on
Fucking Shuriken.
Yeah, Shuriken, thank you. So I'm on Shuriken's campaign and he keeps canceling. And I'm right here just like, I'm waiting on these campaigns, but I have other campaigns that I can join with my other.
Yeah, hasn't Jay offered you to join his pirate campaign?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, yeah, he's got a full table again.
He's got a full table again, yep.
Shit, yeah. I don't know, we'll see.
But I'm mostly talking about Icarin. So, I have my laptop up and running. I could do everything online. And I've been, like, hesitating on joining their campaign. But if Shuriken's campaign doesn't pick up, I'm going to drop it and join this other campaign where I can actually get some play in.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I understand, like, health issues are a thing.
Mm-hmm. But
I want something consistent.
I'm going to tell you right now. Welcome to the biggest enemy of D&D. Matching schedules.
Yeah.
Schedule is the largest enemy of any D&D. It's so hard to find a day that everyone can get together, and it's a miracle if everyone in campaign shows up. I'm sure you're obviously getting a glimpse of that now. Like I said, I was in let's go with what we always call him, the moist man himself.
Yep.
I was in his campaign for 2 years, and I never missed a session. But at the same time, multiple times, these people are missing, these people are missing. These people just got fucking basically kicked out because they never were showing up, and it just, schedule is the largest enemy of D&D.
Yeah, no, and that's another thing, like, I'm new. I'm very new to D&D, and the way that it's being handled really, like, put me off of it. Like, I stopped making characters, because when I first got into it, I was making fucking characters.
You fucking head dove into that shit.
Left and right. I bought the book.
Player's Handbook.
And, the way it was handled, Jay's, Jobo.
Yeah.
His campaign, I was fully present for. I was into it, and he was very consistent with his campaign. But now with Shuriken, it really put me off of it. I was like, if we're never gonna play, what's the point in making, in building this character? So I want to keep that spark alive, and that's why I'm probably gonna drop his and move to a different.
Yeah, keep that going for a while until fucking Jobo decides to pick his back up again and finally do a full campaign. Because I know the one he did that I wasn't a part of was just a trial run of him being a dungeon master. So.
And honestly, he did really fucking good.
I figured he would, because like I said, back when he was crashing with me for a while, because he was new to D&D at the time too. I was there when he kind of was first getting into it and all that, and he dove right into it. This motherfucker just started doing research. Like, he got super into it when he was first working on his world, because I've written a lot of like small stories, books, shit like that. Never in the D&D world, but I know how to write and do shit like that. So I was able to I was his ears, I'm thinking about this.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, because at the time I did have more experience in D&D than he did as well.
And it makes it easier to bounce ideas.
Exactly. So, and I really couldn't even add anything to his shit because he already fucking had it.
Yeah.
Man obviously had a hidden talent he didn't know he had being a dungeon master. So I literally can't wait because I don't, due to my bad memory, I don't remember a lot of the world and what he has planned. But I remember being very excited about it, knowing that this is going to be great.
Yep. And, it's really funny too because I don't think he understands that he has a talent.
Yeah,
he has a talent with being a DM, man.
I think he really does. I mean, shit. Look at even in our wrestling D&D that we do. Every character he has made has immediately shot up to being crowd favorites, and with Goldman, literally being pretty much a manager of one of the wrestling nights, and the way he manages and runs things, he doesn't not give himself credit. I hope he doesn't start giving himself credit because that's just like a dick. That's when you start going downhill, when you start getting cocky about it. But he is really fucking good at it. So, and then I wanna eventually do one. Issue is trying to find the people who are willing to play in my world. Considering it's definitely gonna be, I will make it so over the top and insane that it would take a very select people who would be able to probably follow and go along with this world. Might as well start wrapping it up here. I want to make a fucking hentai D&D world. Not where you're getting fucked by tentacle monsters and shit like that, but to basically the majority of the fucking villains are going to be pretty much fucking cat girls that are going to try to fucking rape you and I want it to be like a super over-the-top anime.
This tentacle monster just hit you, and now you're grappled.
Yeah.
do your saving throw.
You
to not get fisted.
Yeah. You realize that as you try to grab the tentacle and pull it off your throat, you realize it's way too slippery with lube.
Oh no!
You fail the saving throw, and you feel something slithering up your leg.
We could do better than that.
So again, I don't think I'll be able to get many people to play in said world. The only way I think I'd be able to do another one I would do would be it would be a villain one where you play the villain. That's another one I'd be capable of doing. Basically, what they call an evil campaign. That's something I would also probably be able to do. host one of villains and shit where you play the villains instead of the heroes.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know. At the same time, that's a lot of shit to memorize the way frickin' everything goes as a DM, and I don't have the greatest memory, so I don't know if I'd be able to handle it. That's my biggest downfall, is just all the shit that you have to remember as a DM.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, no, and I don't know, man. Like, when I was first getting into it, Jobo was doing really good. And he was just hitting all those marks, like he was making his campaigns super enjoyable. And he was, I've heard horror stories about dungeon masters being like, you do a roll and you do really well on that roll. But this prevents you from that roll mattering.
Yeah, I've played in inside campaigns like that. Basically, what it is the DM has they're not here to actually run a D&D campaign. They have a set story in stone, and this is how the story goes, no matter what the party chooses.
Yeah,
that's not how you DM. The whole point is you need to be fluent, and you need to be able to. Yes, you have your major checkpoints that you need to get, to keep your story in line. How you get to those checkpoints, though, is up to the party. You can't have every fucking step planned out, because the whole point of D&D is to basically your party basically chooses their adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
You're here to guide them along. Hell, even if you have to take your whole fucking plan that you had, throw it out the window, make up a new one on the fucking spot, and find a way to basically divert them back to the plan of your story, that's fine. But when you have that fucker basically set step by step by step, and you prevent your players from doing what they want to do, then it's no fun.
Yep.
I'm here to make my own choices, do what I want, no matter the consequences, no matter what your fucking story or what you have in mind. I'm going to do what I want, And if you're going to constantly prevent me from what I'm doing because it affects the story you have planned, well, then fuck you. I'm not playing in your game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but he's really good, like really fucking good at rolling with the punches.
Yep.
So I'm playing a half-orc that doesn't know he's very imposing and intimidating. So he'll just shout and be super loud and just not give a fuck.
Uh-huh.
So at the beginning of the campaign, we find a donut stand.
Okay.
And I memorized the guy's name. So just out of nowhere, he's like, okay, donut stand. We need a character at that donut stand. His name's Gim. And right off the rip, just rolling a handful of dice. These are his stats, and this is how he's going to be.
Hell yeah.
Like, literally on the rip, just doing it. And we're seeing this, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. So now we have an NPC named Gim with his donut shop. It was
it's super. I guarantee he learned that from Jay, because in Jay's pirate campaign, he was the captain. The DM played the captain of the crew, obviously, and then we were basically the main crewmates. But there was no one else on the ship. We players actually, as the story went on, we made up characters of the ship, of the crew of the ship, and it literally got just like you said. We'd make up this character. They'd end up getting their own lore. Jay would sit there, fucking write down. Boom. There's our cook. And there's our freaking deck swapper. Like we literally made up character. We made the crew.
Yeah.
And it made it, like I said, it was a lot more fun because they were our NPCs. We came up with them as a group, and he straight wrote them down. Said same thing. Got their own stats and shit. And I remember our cook was funny too. He only had two sayings. One was "soup's done," and fuck, I can't remember his second. They're the only two things he ever said. It was funny.
That's good. That's awesome.
So I bet you maybe not entirely learned, but he got some pointers definitely from Jay on those NPCs.
Yeah, man, and it makes a world of difference too.
Yeah, because then you actually feel like you're not just playing along in his world. You're helping make the world.
Yeah. And there's another NPC named Carl that. So the scenario was we were all getting interrogated, and me being the imposing half orc, get the scrawniest little fucker named Carl
Okay.
that is trying to interrogate me, and me being proficient in intimidation, roll for intimidation check, and I intimidate the shit out of him.
Hell yeah.
And he wound up being a character that we kidnap.
Oh no.
That we basically kidnap and take on the adventure with us.
You're coming with me, Carl.
Pretty much.
Charlie!
So yeah, man. I'm having a blast with his, but this new campaign is taking a toll.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you can't just quit all of D&D because you're having one bad campaign, you know?
Yeah.
You just gotta get back with the group that you can click with, because I've tried some other campaigns, and, you know, not that they were bad DMs and all that, I just couldn't get into their world.
Yeah, and Shuriken's a good DM. He's really good at rolling with the punches, too. It's just that one thing.
Yeah, schedule.
Yeah, scheduling.
Fucking schedule. Oh, bam, there we go. Yeah. That was the girl. I was waiting to hit the 3-hour mark, and I'm like, yep, I'm hitting him with this.
Hell yeah.
Longest episode so far.
Yep.
Yep.
Our,
I love her.
Our other one that even got close to this was the one that didn't get saved.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We were on a roll that fucking day. The first time my mind was still on D&D. I was like, huh? Like, oh no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep, that episode fucking, oh man, actually think about it. I probably, during these pauses, I should have been hitting Control S. Let's hope that doesn't happen to this episode. Hopefully it saves.
I hope it saves.
We should probably wrap this up just in case.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking hentai.
So, onto the topic. Fucking hentai.
Again, I think it'd be hilarious to do a full-on hentai fucking D&D.
Yeah.
I'm
not gonna lie, I haven't been watching hentai.
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck? I've been reading it, so like I said, I got the same books that I'm still trying to get through. Damn, is it hard to read hentai?
Yeah, no. So there's a website called sex.com.
Okay.
It's great. It's just a bunch of GIFs. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I always call them GIFs. That's what I call them.
So I'm going to call them GIF because that's what I call them.
Indeed.
So it's just a bunch of GIFs of like titties and naked
GIFs.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has animation on it too, other shit. So I participate in a friend group for Titty Tuesday.
Fuck yeah.
So we get these random images off the internet and send them to each other.
You haven't sent me any in a while.
Yeah. I have to get you on that group chat. It's fucking hilarious. But I've just been downloading a bunch of shit and then sending it in the group chat.
We should just make a whole fucking Discord for Titty Tuesday.
We should.
You can only post on Tuesdays.
But yeah, that's what we've been doing. And it's great. Some of these chicks are look great.
Well, sadly, because of my new phone, I can't pull up my fucking porn because that's on my other phone still.
Oh, shit.
But there was one hentai I was watching, and basically what it is, this dude, because, you know, Japan's really strict about basically moving out at a very young age. When you're young, you move out, get your own place.
Yep.
Right? Dude gets his own home. He's pretty much a fucking nobody and shit. He's being forced to live on his own to learn pretty much a lesson. Long story short, basically the 3 hottest girls in school find out he's living alone and decide to come over and hang out. Well, these bitches are horny. And by school, I mean college, of course.
Yeah.
This ain't underage. We don't do that. That's fucked up. Minus Reptalia, but that's a fictional character. Go fuck yourself. Raccoons age quicker. That's my excuse. But, you know, and it straight turns into a full-on fucking dude. They are just taking advantage of this dude. But the whole premise of it, like, so they spend the whole night going at it and shit. The next day, he's telling him his story on why basically his parents kicked him out and made him get his own place because he wasn't man enough and shit. So they thought this would teach him to be more manly. When the girls hear this, they straight grab his phone and said, "Oh, we're going to show your folks how manly you've become," and record these chicks fucking the shit out of the dude. Like, well, using him and literally him fucking the shit out of them.
Hell
and they
yeah.
record it all and actually send it to his parents. Like, he's a man, trust us.
Damn.
I can't tell you the name, not that I can even pronounce the names normally, because again, it's all on my old phone, and I haven't refound shit on this phone yet.
Yep.
So, technically that phone, I'm not looking up on this one. I'm trying to keep this phone virus-free for once. That old phone's just going to be a porn phone from now on.
Yeah.
Plus, I can fucking, screen share that to my big TV in my room, and I love it.
Yep.
But, yeah. So, what a fun episode. Got a lot of music, got some in detail personal
Yep.
taste and past, and good to be fucking jumping through fucking holes like rabbits.
Yeah.
All over these underground tunnels into shit.
Oh, man.
All I remember is we started off on Spotify,
Yep.
and I obviously listen to a lot more music than this guy.
Yeah. Lately, yeah. I used to listen to a fuck ton, but not recently.
Yep.
All right.
Music's great, and so am I.
Love you fuckers. You have a good night.
Adios.